Já de LB. Tem guerra em todas as quedas. Pacote hypado no traje. Vamos ser campeão, então esquece. Diz pra minha mãe que eu vou atrás do meu sonho. E ele não tá tão distante assim. Lembro das noites perdidas de sono. Acreditar foi o melhor pra mim. Somando kills, eu fiz o meu nome. MVP, sonho de menor. Seleção da LBFF. Brota na frente que vai pro esquece.
Correndo pela viela, nasce no gueto. Toca na pista e no bico. Sempre disseram que a vida é um jogo. Durmo tarde, acordo cedo. Mano, acredita no sonho. Perca tua noite de sono, faça valer. Também disseram que eu não era capaz. E quem disse viu tudo isso acontecer. Melhor da minha área, melhor que tá tendo. Melhor que ninguém, só melhor que eu mesmo. Minha voz ninguém cala. Já viu que vencemos, que nós é o trem e talento tem merda.
We are live to bring you this amazing Sunday of LBFF Season 6. We're having Groups C and Group B coming up on the screen for you guys to see all the action coming up on 6 maps of Extreme. Extreme, as my friend from E3 2010 would say. And of course, I'm not by myself for this broadcast. I am cited by my co-pilot, Carol Bombshell. And Carol, are you ready for this amazing rainy Sunday of great Free Fire?
Hello everyone. Good afternoon, Marcelo.
Good afternoon.
Have you said extreme already? Extreme, because yes, double round today. Group C got one more chance to prove themselves that they are the best ones around here. But today, Group A will be way more fierce. So, Marcelo, we gotta wait for great action today. I'm more than ready for that.
And this extreme is a reference for old gamers who watched the E3 conferences in 2010. However, we're in 2021. We're ending 2021. Surprisingly, we're already in October. 3 months to end this year, and still 7 rounds to end the regular season of LBFF Season 6. And of course, we have a lot to talk about today, because teams that didn't play yesterday and that are fighting for the top of the rankings, like SS Esports, will be coming up today. Fluxo as well will be coming up today to try to challenge the leadership of B4 that had an incredible day yesterday, Carol.
Oh yeah, of course. Yesterday, Marcelo and I, we gave you guys a little spoiler of the day today. So we said that we got a fight over the top, but also today is very important for the teams. They are in the middle of our table, Marcelo.
So let's check the standings for everyone to understand how is the leadership picture for this day. We have B4 still defending the leadership today, still defending the top of the standings against SS Esports, Loud, Fluxo. Those are the three teams that I see able to accost B4 a little bit and try to get there, Carol.
Yes, of course. And I mean, as Esports, we know that they are one of the best teams, the favorite one this season, the favorite one last season, and they are hitting the goal poster. They were once the champions in season 3, if I'm not mistaken. And you know what, Marcelo? SS Sports will definitely come again to fight over the top 1. But like we said, today we are going to watch a closely fight for the top 12. Amazon Crypto will come. Furia will try to leave the relegation zone. So great things definitely is going to happen today.
And still, we have to talk about Amazon Crypto and XD, the two teams that are still with no wins, but we'll bring that in a few minutes. But we have to talk also about the players that are making the difference this season. The kill leaders for LBFF Season 6, led by MTS with only 42 matches. He's 15 kills ahead of Vitinho XP with 6 maps still on his hand to play, such as Natividade, only 1 kill behind Vitinho XP with 6 matches in his hand, and Killed with 42 matches. He had an incredible day yesterday.
Yes.
He was on the kill leaders list for the day. So we gotta keep an eye on those three guys, right?
Oh yeah, definitely. Vitinho and Chinês, they will not play today, but Thiago, there is in the 6th position, will also play today for before. Killed will definitely come to contest the place where Natividade stands, but all of them wants to be where MTS is right now. Marcelo bet on MTS in his FF squad. And I know that this is a safe place because even though SS Sports doesn't have a good day, MTS always kind of score a few points here and there with grenades especially.
And we got to see who were the players that were the most chosen by you on FF squad. I chose MTS. MTS is in my squad. I chose Will, who is the 2nd most chosen player. I chose VM7, who is the 3rd most chosen. I have MTS, the 5th most chosen. I have Natividade. I have Butter, the coach from SS Sports. My team is on fire today, Carol.
This guy over here, he came with no joke this weekend because, yes, he got a fierce team, but I also got Kill, I also got Will, I got also Natividade, and this weekend, for the very first time, I chose Noda because Noda is doing such a great job in Loud Team that this time I chose to bet on him.
And it's important for us to see who were the players that were the most successful for you guys to understand if you did well in your FF squad, and also to see if we are doing well in the rankings. We'll be soon having the standings for the Casters League, but I got to bring you my squad. Butter is my coach from SS Sports.
Again!
Brenin7 is my first player. Natividade, MTS, Will, and VM7. What a squad!
I don't understand what Marcelo keep bringing that. I think he's trying to throw that on my face because...
Of course, because I'm ahead of you.
Exactly. He's ahead of me. He managed to do... I don't know what kind of magic you did, Marcelo, but it's working.
And Malopes, be ready, because I'm coming for you. I'm less than 100 points behind Malopes, and I'm coming for Malopes today. And then Hades better look over his shoulder, because I'll be coming. And Folha, wait for me. I'll be on the top of the list at the end of the season. You guys better be ready, because the Ferran team is coming. And of course, we still have to talk about the teams that are playing today, Carol, for you guys to understand who could be chosen, right?
Yeah, that's totally right. But if you're trying to reach Folha, I think you're dreaming a lot.
I'm going after Folhinha. I'm going after Folhinha. You better be ready. But today we'll have B4, Fúria, Loud, Metagaming, Real, and Tropa going against Amazon Creeps, Fluxo, Los Grandes, Netshoes Miners, SS Sports, and XD. And we gotta talk about those two teams from Group B, Carol. Amazon Creeps and XD, the only teams that still ain't got no booyahs this season. Although Amazon Creeps is fighting for the top 12. There are some numbers coming on the screen for you guys to understand why this is happening, and they are searching for their first booyahs. And there is a huge difference in between those two teams right now, Carol.
Yeah, it's kind of funny because XD started this season very well, way better than Amazon Creeps. Amazon Creeps spent a lot of several weekends in the relegation zone, and right now XD it's down to 236 points. Finally, Amazon Creeps broke the barrier of 311 points, but look at the number difference. A little bit close, but it's still big difference, huh?
What changes, what sets apart those two teams is the last stat, the number of top 3 positions.
Yeah.
If you check the number of kills, Amazon Creeps has only 9 points. It's only 9 points ahead of XD in kills. But the number of top 3 positions and the number of second positions of Amazon Creeps is outstanding. They still got no booyahs, but they've been going after it.
Going after it, exactly, Marcelo. And if we bring the exactly same statics for Corinthians last season, we would see, of course, they got great booyahs, but we would see kind of the same game what Amazon did. Great positions in the top 3, which is what is missing for XD. And Marcelo, I tell you what, last season, by this time, most of the teams, if not all the teams, even newcomers, had already got their booyah.
Only Team Liquid still didn't
Yeah,
get the
only
Booyah.
to Lico, I remember that.
But if you check this out, they both started poorly. She's there and Amazon Creep started. They played the first round, and they were left in the last positions in the first round, 11th and 12th, because we only had 12 teams who had already played. After that, She's they had a climb on the rankings. They went for the 10th place, while Amazon Creeps fell hard to the last position on the table.
Miserably, yes.
But then Amazon Creeps understood what it is to play on Serie A. They started playing for position. They started playing for the late game.
Exactly.
And started getting points that She's there sometimes don't get. She's there has a better team fight than Amazon Creeps.
Yes.
But when the fights are unplanned, She's there just breaks down and they go for fights that they shouldn't go, Carol.
Yeah, definitely. I could agree more what you said, because we have one thing that we have noticed here is that most of the teams get Booyahs because of their position. She's there, they engage so much in the early fights, they take so long to rotate and go to a place in the center of the safe zone. We have seen even in Serie B that teams really worry about their position in the late stages of the game to get the famous Booyah. So what is missing for them is to study more the game, to study more the teams. So today would be a great opportunity for them to study each call for the teams of Group C. And who knows, to get in the late stages of the game, get a top 3 position, because like you said, is that exactly same game that Amazon Creeps is doing.
And if we're talking about Amazon Creeps, those guys have an amazing story on their path to get to Serie A. And now they are building an amazing story here on their first season on Serie A and fighting to be on the finals in their debut season. So we gotta stay tuned on Amazon Creeps.
Eu creio que a maior mudança que ocorreu no time foi as atitudes que mudaram. Nós iniciamos de uma forma que nós pensávamos que funcionaria, porém não funcionou muito. Então teve que ter toda uma conversa entre a equipe técnica, conversamos entre os plays, e a gente acabou entendendo aonde a gente estava errando. Cada um viu o seu ponto a ponto e isso fez com que a gente melhorasse, porque eu creio que quando você reconhece aonde você está errando, você consegue evoluir e crescer mais.
11 equipes, 40, todo mundo pela lateral e da Master. O Gelinho não chegou, se movimentou com o inalador. Boa granada do Master, meu Deus, Giga até roubado, eliminado. De repente, Amazon Creeps. Uai! A tropa muito rápido.
Essa evolução veio muito também da nossa superação, de nós lembrarmos de por onde nós passamos, da Série B que nós jogamos, que faltou energia, que não conseguimos o acesso. Agora nessa Série B, no qual fomos para o acesso e conseguimos hoje estar aqui na Série A. Então, além da parte tática de cada um, eu creio que a parte da gente querer se superar, querer não estar ali, porque a gente sabe que todos os outros times têm qualidade, mas a gente sabe que a gente não merecia estar ali naquele último lugar e que tudo que a gente fez, a gente merecia estar no lugar mais alto.
And as we saw Apache say, they believe that they should be in a higher spot. And from what we are seeing from them, and with the discipline that they are having now playing up until the end of the game, the number of second place finishes they had on the maps for the past, I don't know, 3 or 4 weeks, they should be higher, Carol.
Yes, definitely. I also believe that they deserve a better position, but it's not because I think that, you think that, or even Apache think that. They should deserve it. They should go for it. They should focus to fix their little mistakes, because we know even you get good Booyah, you go perfectly in Purgatory, you have always something to improve even more. And I'm saying that not only for Amazon Creeps, it goes the same for the leader. Before, they always had something to fix it. And you know, Marcelo, each one of these guys are very prepared. They practice all weekend, even against each other. But when it comes to the weekends, it's another thing to talk.
And what impresses me the most on Amazon Creeps is their consistency throughout the 3 maps. We saw the maps here below us. They have 110 points scored in Bermuda, 93 points scored in Purgatory and 108 points scored in Kalahari. So they're spreading well their points.
Yeah, I believe also that even though in Purgatory they got 93 points, it is well balanced, right? They are reaching kind of the mark of 100 in each map, so I think it's good.
But what is also well balanced are the wings of our airplane, because we're clear to take off, so let's hit the skies! Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight R12D1 heading straight to Purgatory. This is your captain Marcelo Ferrantini, and by my side my co-pilot Carol Michel invites you to loosen your seatbelts, fasten your boards, because it's time to drop, Carol!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the island of Purgatory, our first destination. And you know that yesterday we had Group A, but today Group B will also come to contest the place of before in the leadership.
And it seems that Lobato already has the knowledge and the awareness of the players from Real nearing Brasilia, but he chose not to engage. He chose to get together with his teammates before, who today is playing with a change on their starting lineup. João playing on the place of Juan. And we've seen João perform well yesterday.
Yes.
I believe it's his 6th map of the day. And look at MTS scoring points from myself.
Where already?
MTS is scoring. He's paying off already. He already got MVR on the confrontation between SS Esports and Los Grandes to start the day. Carol, sorry I interrupt you.
No, you're fine.
But with only 1.5 minutes of game, MTS already scores his first kill.
And Marcelo will keep going up in the Casters League. That's fabulous, Marcelo. I'm proud of you, my friend. But wait for me next week. And I keep saying that week after week. But yes, about before not want to engage. Okay, so we watched the not very center road of the R plan, which made before go in the top, right? And so they saw a few of the other players going to their favorite drop calls, and I think they were kind of wise to not engage because they didn't get any armor, they didn't get enough loot. They could have missed that, but seems like Furia spotted Fluxo team, and I don't think that's a good idea of engagement.
Let's see if Furia will engage. It doesn't seem so. It seems that Memgad is and Delgado, they are there to get some information, and the usual fight of Brasilia is starting right now. Iago just got a takedown on a player from Metagaming. Guimons brought it back, putting Iago down. And as we see the players from Flux rotating, we see Cias from Ceará rotating, and we still have, and we will be having the regions where the players come from, the states where the players come from, the states that they represent on the screen for you guys to understand. Got kill from Minas Gerais, Fac from Rio de Janeiro.
I will try to bring next weekend. I will talk with the crew just to learn if there is players from each one of the regions of Brazil, because it would be very interesting. We saw a lot of come from the south, from the north, for the northeast. That's
from all the regions. Yes. We have confirmed. We have Luca is an example from northeast, from Alagoas. We have players from Amazonas, which is on the north of Brazil. We have southeast, being represented by the whole 4 states, Espírito Santo, Rio de Janeiro, Minas Gerais, and São Paulo. We have Mato Grosso, we have Mato Grosso do Sul and Goiás in central west. We have south represented by all the 3 states, Rio Grande do Sul, Santa Catarina, and Paraná.
That's great.
And I believe that we're close to 20 states. And look at the shot from Iago, taking the head of Raul. The Canarinho just fell down to the ground, and he will be helped by his teammates. And as we see Lobato from Amazonas. So all our regions in Brazil are indeed represented, Carol.
I'm very proud of that, to see how good it is, this diverse teams and players that we have around Brazil, showing that
How democratic is Free Fire, right?
Yeah, but how Brazil, it is a great potential in Free Fire. And that's why we went so many times to the Mundial, the World Free Fire Leagues, and represented so well our country.
And this shows that Brazil is a huge place with a lot of potential, not only on Free Fire, but in sports and esports in general. We just need some incentives, we just need investment. We see Broilo playing from Rondônia, on the north of Brazil. We still ain't got to see players from Acre, from Roraima, from Amapá, from Piauí, but we will indeed have those players coming in, because the opportunities in Free Fire are there for everyone. And if that happened on the traditional sports, Brazil could be an amazing sports potential.
Yes, I agree with you, and I gotta say that there is some regions in Brazil that is very poor, and to see these players, even though dedicating themselves, most of the times don't have a good internet, don't have a good cell phone, that's still impressive that they got to have the opportunity to play in big teams like Furia teams, Pain Gaming, and great names in the esports.
Now I understand why Los Grandes had Gus and Duz last season.
Tell me.
Because Gus is from Goiás, and in Goiás there's only couples. All the sertanejos
no, you didn't.
are couples from
No,
Goiás.
you did not.
That's why we had Gus and Duz last season. It's now.
He's terrible, guys. He's terrible.
For you guys outside of Brazil who don't understand, we had the country music in Brazil here is called sertanejo, and all the artists are couples. And now we have the fight going on between Tropa and Loud. We have Killed already on the outside of the house, dealing with the rush from Noda, Will, and Kawan. D3, Giga, and Killed are trying to help. Moreira is helping from afar using the distance and the snipers. And Kawan now found the grenade to put D3 on the floor and finishes off D3 with the grenades, saying no such thing as a nerf. And now Noda puts another player down. Loud is winning this fight. Tropa is having trouble. Moreira tries to go out and takes out one of the players, and one more kill from Noda, and Will gets one to make Carol really happy. And Loud destroy Tropa in the first game of the day, Carol.
I never doubt about this, guys. I put Noda in my FF squad, I put Will in my FF squad, and I put Froz as my coach today. So, Loud, please, you're representing me on the day-to-day, and I need to pass at least Joker this weekend, because I'm kind of joke around here. Dang it.
Oh, so you're the one who says why so serious. So you're the one who just wants to see the world burn. Now I get you, Carol Bombshell. Now I get you, Carol Bombshell. But now we have to see if Loud gets you, because they're getting ready to strike. And they're getting ready for their position. We see Kawan representing Rio de Janeiro. Rio de Janeiro, one of the states with the most players here in LBFF. We see Godkill from Minas Gerais, both states from the southeast of Brazil. We see Cias from Ceará. I didn't know that Cias was from Ceará.
Yeah, I know because of his accent.
I didn't know Cias was from Ceará. And another player representing the northeast of Brazil, Japa BKR from Paraíba, also in the northeast of Brazil. This is beautiful to see, because this makes Free Fire so diverse. And now Brenin just died to the safe zone. That gotta be to kid me, to joke me. Brenin going down for the safe zone.
Oh, I'm so sad for you, Marcelo.
No, he's back. He's back. He's back. He's on his
Not
feet.
too long.
He's taking the center of the safe zone. He's in a good position. He will get the kills that I need. He will do my job. Jealousness.
But look at SS Sports today, because they precisely needed to take the top of before, and before is still playing today, having number rounds from yesterday and today. SS Sports adopt a safe game. They are playing out of the safe zone. They are playing inside of the gas, taking damage, using the mad kits, which can slow a little bit their game, and they will probably trying to go behind Loud.
And let's see, Amazon Creeps facing off against Fluxo, and Godkill is already down and already sent back to the lobby. But Salis also loses his footing and goes back to the lobby because Real got into this fight as well. So Amazon Creeps takes a player from Fluxo and loses a player to Real. That was an awful fight for Amazon Creeps, Carol.
Definitely an awful fight, but right now to see teams already positioning themselves in fields, which is one of my favorite calls to resolve the late stages of the game. I think we are going to find a very interesting scenario over here to prove that Group C and Group B have the most fights aggressive against each other.
And let's see now the Netshoes Miner squad repositioning themselves using cars, and Memgat being shot by somewhere we don't even know. They had no teams behind them, and the Netshoes Miner squad were going with the car, so they won't shoot them. I don't know where Memgat was being shot from, but Netshoes Miners did the rotation. They are inside of Brasilia and sandwiched by Loud and before. Their rotation definitely was noisy. Used the car, called up for the attention of Loud and before. And once again, Brenin is down because of the danger zone. Oh my god. Oh, Master playing from Amapá. One more state being represented here. Master from Amazon Creeps is playing from Amapá. We're one less state away from completing our state album here in LBFF Season 6, and it's amazing to see. It's incredible to see.
Definitely, it's amazing to see this diverse and a lot of players playing around the Brazil, but they are all together right now in the states of São Paulo. But it must be very nice to be with all of them together in a game house and these different cultures.
And
right?
Once you know what you are, we are all stars, and we see that we're all in this together, as Troy Bolton and Gabriela Montes would say. But we already have the rotation of all the teams coming up for you, Amazon Creeps, coming from the center of Brasilia, and the safe zone is closing to the west of Fields. And that could become a funny placement of this safe zone, as we see SS Esports trying to come after the players from Los Grandes. Rafa X just put MTS down on the floor, but Butch On brings it back. He puts off X down. He finishes off X, and he will help MTS back on his foot. Thank you, Butch On. I like you for doing this. Thanks. And the grenades are coming in. Gus tries to find the shots on Butch On as the players from SS Esports try to recover their HP. And MTS goes for the grenades, trying to damage Mamute on the top of the house. And Butch On is still coming and still taking names. Butch On is doing his job as the rusher, and he will put down the whole squad of Los Grandes. Great job by Butch On, guaranteeing SS Esports 4 more points. And the positioning at least in the 10th position, and as we see, Furia is going after the players of Metagaming. BL God puts down one of the players. Gusta puts another. Cias brings down Butch On, and SS Esports goes into a fight against Fluxo as well. Gusta now rotating, trying to find a shot. Kronos also engaging into this fight, and we see Metagaming going down. Gusta goes down as well because Real is coming with aggressiveness towards the players from Furia. It's a direct fight against relegation. Gusta will be sent down, and Tatu goes for Hatin. Hatin gets the takedown on Tatu, but he still has to deal with two more players from Real. Raul is the first one, and Hatin puts Raul down. He gets the kill on Raul, and Hatin now trying to save the whole fight for Furia, and he only has to deal with Fawn right now as he gets some loot from the drop over there. And Fon tries to rush over Hatim.
Oh my
BL God will be down, but not by the kill, and Real will go down as Furia gets the better of this fight. And now Fluxo trying to eliminate SS Esports. Only Phoenix is still alive for SS Esports, and as we see, now She's there is also joining that battle. We are reaching the 15 minutes mark in this matchup when the fights start to actually develop themselves, and Angelo goes down. Fuck with the grenade puts him down, and now GL gets the kill on Hatim, and Furia is down and out on the 8th position. Fuck now gets Angelo. She's there fighting from below, not a good position, and Luignet goes down. Angelo also going down. And Fluxo is destroying the players from Xday using the top-down advantage. CS puts Brenin down with the grenade. He's still using the grenades. No such thing as changing the metagaming for CS. DZN gets the kill on Fak. Japa BKR tries to rush over the player from Xday. CS with the grenade! 4 kills in the hands of CS using the grenades. And I told you guys, it would not change as fast as you guys believed.
Yes.
The metagaming takes time to change, and CS knows about it, and he's using the grenades and getting 4 kills for Fluxo in a destruction on against Xday, Carol. And now we have Loud going after the players from the Netshoes Miners. Will puts down Rick. Tries to go after the remaining players of the Netshoes Miners, while before holds on to Fluxo and sends Fluxo back to the lobby with the help of Kawan over there. Now, Noda and Will are trying to rush, trying to find the information on Broilo, and Broilo will go down. SS Esports also goes down in the 5th position. Field goes down, and Will gets 1 more kill. He has 3 on this first map. Thank you, Will. I believe you guys. And look at Kawan with the grenade launcher, sending Natividade back to the lobby, and now Loud has 10 kills on their hands. Before still with 4 players. Amazon Crips still on the top 3. Once again, a top 3 finish for the Amazonians, going to the end of the game in the center of the safe zone. And they are going over Bonji in the rankings.
Nice.
And now let's see if Loud will hold on against B4 and Amazon Crips. The Amazonians are going after the players of B4. They only have 2 players now to fight. GL is being a cost, and Will is going over. Not against the kill on GL. Amazon Crips is wiped out on the 3rd position. Now we see Loud against B4. 2 teams that are fighting for the top. Lobato goes down. Loud has Will and he's on the floor. João tries to come over to save Lobato, but he will have to work. Prozin also puts Nada down. João goes down, but Kawan was brought down, and Prozin puts 1 more player down. Iago with the side, putting Kronos to sleep. Now it's Prozin against Kawan, and it's a boo! Yeah, before! Once again, the leaders show up for the day, and they shine brighter than the team that is leading Purgatory throughout the whole season, Carol!
Oh me, oh my, we have already started with a booyah coming from the leaders. That's amazing, Marcelo. If I'm not mistaken, right now they are tied with the Fluxo team, finally. Right now they got the tie break disadvantage. Actually, they are ahead of Fluxo team.
Fluxo is ahead of them by 1.
Oh, by
Fluxo
1.
has 9.
Oh yeah, because of the triple booyah last weekend. Yeah, my mistake, guys. But anyway, I don't know what kind of bug bites Loud team, Marcelo, but always in Purgatory, in the first map of the day, they go so good, so well. Of course, they were just missing the booyah to crowd that great performance that they had. 12 eliminations, 21 points, an amount of 21 points, and if they got the booyah, would be a massive amount of points. So they definitely dominated the map of Purgatory, but this time B4 got the best.
And now we have the points confirmation coming up on the screen for you guys to see with the highlights as we recall this game that just finished here. But good job once again by Amazon Crips. Now 10 top 3 finishes for Amazon Crips. They scored 10 points for this day. Noda gets the MVP, and your SS squad, your FF squad celebrates. And Loud was the team with the most points. Despite not having the Booyah, Loud was the team with the most points before. After them with 11, Fluxo getting 11 more points. Amazon Crips and SS Esports, good 10 points for them. And Netshoes Miners with 8, Carol.
And I tell you what, to see that Amazon Crips, they went back in the lobby in the third position, even though they got only 10 points in the fourth position because of Fluxo team 1 point ahead of them. We just gotta bring this information that the average for the points that Amazon Crips were getting till the 6th round were 6-ish points, 5-ish points. But right now they are scoring more than 9 points, Marcelo. That's amazing per match. So that's incredible. They are definitely bringing a great game, very consistent, very solid. And like you said, they learn the meta of Serie A. They are going for it. And also, great stuff coming from Furia team ahead of Real Sports. They also did their homework, taking the advantage of this double round for them to leave the relegation zone, putting XD behind it. XD who also didn't have a good match with only 4 points, meta game 3. And in the bottom position, such a shame to see Tropa team in there.
Tropa and Metagaming. Los Grandes, also no points for Los Grandes, but the implications on the bottom of the table are the following. Furia is now 4 points ahead, 4 more points ahead of XD, and 3 less points behind Real. They are running to leave the relegation zone, and Loud is running to get to B4. However, B4 is closing the gap to the 500 points in week number 6 in round 12. It's incredible to see the campaign from before. Fluxo also trying to close the gap, getting closer to SS Esports and Vivocate. However, SS Esports scored only 1 point less than Fluxo. They are still on the fight. Netshoes Miners getting a breather in this fight for the top 10 because Amazon Crips is drooling after that 12th position, Carol.
Amazing stuff. I'm really liking what I'm seeing here. This very first match came right on time to showing us such a great game. And look at the kills difference, Marcelo, between Real Sports and Furia.
Furia surpassed Real in kill difference, and now they are only 10 points behind Real. And you know which is the best map from for Furia?
Kalahari. Of course.
Kalahari, and we're going to Kalahari.
Yeah, they are known to have the best Booyah in the whole LBFF. The 33 points still mark them. They have great points, but this season they are not going so well in any of the maps. But please bring your information.
They only lost that record for Vivocate last season when Vivocate had that incredible Bermuda that they destroyed the whole world, and when they practically stamped their passport to the championship, to the title. And Kalahari is coming up. Furia is an incredible team, and of course we have to take a break here to add sunscreen, protect ourselves, hydrate our skins and our throats, because Kalahari is hot and this one promises to be even hotter. So stay with us. And now we'll have a fight going on between Fluxo and SS Esports. SS is waiting for the guys from Fluxo. We see MTS with the grenades from the top down. He has the space, he has the aim, and he gets the triple kill! Oh my god! 3 kills, 3 takedowns for MTS. He gets the first blood on CS. He gets got kill as well. Now SS Esports with an amazing ambush and the aim of MTS. Oh my god, what has this been doing this season? Japa BKR goes down. There's only Fuck to survive. The bridge was not that clear for Fluxo to cross. And SS Esports will destroy Fluxo. We are back to bring you guys the second map of the day. However, we gotta talk about something. Free Fire is currently running to be elected the best game of the year on the Esports Awards, the most important prize celebration for games around the world. So I invite you guys to access esportsawards.com and vote for us to be elected the best game of the year. It would be really important and really amazing to have our community do that for us and show that as much as we love you guys and we love Free Fire, you guys love Free Fire and love us as well. So
because
thank you
we
guys.
are.
Because
we are the best one. We are the best one.
And we are Free Fire.
Yes, we are Free Fire. So please vote for us, because if you enjoy the LBFF, we gotta keep bringing you guys more and more than that next year, and who knows, 3 years from now on. Because we are the best. I'm sorry, guys.
So access esportsawards.com and vote for us to be on the top of that list and to get that award. That would be really important, as we are going to Kalahari and we are getting hot in here, Carol. We're getting warm in here because we know Kalahari is a more democratic map. I believe it's the most democratic map in the rotation, because he's the newest map in the rotation. He's the most open map in the rotation. He brings more roles for the rotation of the teams. So I believe that Kalahari is the most democratic map in the rotation, Carol.
I'm not sure about that. I kind of can disagree, because I think the most democratic by rotations, it is Bermuda. Not only because the players know of that, but because it's not so open like Kalahari. Kalahari has a lot of out open places where the teams will easily meet each other.
That's why I believe it's the most democratic. However, I understand you.
Democratic for fights. Okay,
Yeah, of course,
okay.
has
Got
the
your
chance.
point. Got your point.
Everybody has their own chances. And we also have chances coming from above, because we're clear to take off. So let's hit the skies! Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight R12D2 heading straight to Kalahari. This is your captain, Marcelo Fiorentini, and by my side, my co-pilot, Carol Bombshell, invites you to loosen your seatbelts, fasten your boards, because it's time to drop, Carol!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the desert of Kalahari, the most democratic map for the fights, out open. It's a very short map, but a very sassy map, because a lot of stuff's going on over here, Marcelo.
I love the word sassy.
Sassy.
And already focusing on the guys from Amazon Creeps doing their usual rotation. And as we see, Master GGGL and Salis, the best squad for this Amazon Creeps team, is already gathering some loot over there. And Carol, they have Kalahari as one of their best maps, even though all 3 maps are balanced, as we said in the beginning of our broadcast. And now we are seeing GG from Bahia. We still haven't seen any players from Bahia. And the good land, Bahia. And it's important for them to play in a map where they need to rotate quicker as Kalahari, for them to understand a little better the rhythm and the style of rotations of CEA, right?
Yes, definitely. And it is definitely important for them to understand that, to have a better performance during the maps, to focus themselves, to really learn about that. And we got a replacement, Marcelo.
We got a replacement. Autoboot is coming in place of Raul, and I'm still waiting for when we will have VM7 joining.
All of us. All of us. So I got a little anxious, because when I saw replacement and VM7 did not came in, I got so mad. How come Profeta is not listening to us?
Bring a VM7, for God's sakes, Profeta. He's one of the top killers in this Real squad. If we get the information here, let me just pull it out. I have this information right here. I'm pulling it out. I'm grabbing my papiro, my papers here. VM7 is the second player with the most kills in this squad. He's only behind Phone. He's the player with the most assistances in this squad.
VM7?
VM7.
Uh-huh. So how many okay, so I'm just gonna ask that because Autobot just came in. How many times VM7 have played than Autobot?
32 drops for VM7, 36 for Autobot.
What is the deal? Why he's not playing?
It's a matter of styles. I understand. VM7 is more of a rush player, more of a player that goes for the rush, and we know that Kalahari is not a map that is the better map for rushers. Okay, but there's no explanation on why VM7 is not on the core of this team of Real as Phone is right now. Phone is the player that is never touched on this lineup, and he should not be touched. He has 35,000 points of damage onto his hands, 40 kills to start the day, and he already got some good kills in this first map. He has more than 1 kill per drop as an average. He's the guy who should not leave the squad. Okay, but VM7 is as well.
Yes.
He has the best average after Phone in kills per drop, has the biggest number of assistances on this team, has a decent, he's the second one on damage, the second one on kills. He should be on the core of this team.
Yeah, I agree with you, of course, I agree, because all these aesthetics are true, but we are more mad because he's in our FF squad.
I was trying to say it without saying it, Carol.
And we are giving you, Profeta, the coach of Real Sports, we are giving you the reasons why he should be in this squad.
I was trying to say it without saying it.
Sorry.
I was being easy into it. I was easying into it. I was going to get to the spot where VM7 is the best player for FF squad. He only costs 20 money. And he gets all those numbers. How is this player not playing? I'm mad. He's one of the most chosen players in the week. And I believe Prophet is doing it just to troll us. However, we are watching Furia also rotating, and Furia, who also has a good pick, who is this guy, Gusta. Also a good pick for FF squad. He usually gets some good points and usually delivers on his cost.
Can I say something? Yes. So since we had ourselves our focus to Fluxo team and we are sports right now, they are having a not so easy confrontation. I just wanted to bring the aesthetics for Fluxo team that most of their points were made in Kalahari. 146 out of the 386 points were made in Kalahari, and we saw that lots of their booyahs were also get in Kalahari. But last weekend, Marcelo, it seems like they only played 3 matches, because the other matches that they play, they were in the bottom positions. They got a triple booyah, and that's why I'm saying seems like they only played the 3 matches because of the 3 booyahs. But the only 3 matches were kind of such a shame for them going in the bottom positions. In the last positions, actually didn't score much of the points.
It was really a week of ups and downs for Fluxo, indeed, Carol.
Yes.
And Fluxo is having a good run this season. They're the team with the most booyahs. And they changed a little bit their approach to the game for this season. Last season we saw CS putting that team on his back and bringing them to the finals, to the fight for the title on the finals. But this season we have CS, FAC, GodKill, and Japa BKR as the core of the team. Nobru only played for 8 times, for 8 maps this season. And we have CS with 45 kills, FAC with 40, GodKill with 34, and Japa BKR with 31 to start the weekend. CS is the player with the most kills, the most assistances, and the most damage. 40 assistances for CS, that's incredible. 33 34,000, almost 34,000 points in damage. But fuck, but Godkill is not that behind. He has almost 28,000 points of damage, and he has less drops played than CS, since he's the guy who usually changes with Nobru in their rotation. Purgatory is indeed their best map, but they are still being wide open and splitting. And
just the first blood just happened like 8 minutes in Kalahari.
In 8 minutes, we were bringing you guys some statistics, and Fon don't care about statistics, or he cares too much because he's trying to get his statistics up, getting 2 kills on the players from Fluxo. We have 3 players down already into this match. 2 on the hands of Fon. Taking Godkill and fuck out of this game, Carol.
That's impressive. Like, I was bringing the information that Kalahari is the best map this season for Fluxo team because most of their points were made in Kalahari. But also, I was checking their rounds after rounds, and they do have ups and downs week after week. So, in the first round, they got... To start, they got 71 points, but on Sunday, 28 points. So it is kind of not so balanced for them, but they still are doing a good job. So the K9, their coach, secured that even though they will not went so good in the 3 rounds in the past weekend, but getting the triple booyah was more than enough to secure them here.
Let me bring you an insight. Look at which group Fluxo is playing against when they have high scores, and look at which group he's playing when they have low scores.
No, of course, when they play against, especially Esports, it is hard for them.
It's hard for them. They don't have...
Against Group C, it's hard for them.
They have trouble dealing with Group C.
If it is good for Esports, for Fluxo team,
it's poor.
It is poor.
It's a poor matchup for Fluxo. The matchup between groups C and B changes a lot of the meta game that we are used to. We have teams that are usually aggressive, playing slowly, and teams that are usually slow, playing aggressive, as Real Sports change also in this matchup, Carol.
Which should be different for Fluxo team. Once they should go way better against Group C, who is their personal confrontation before, loud. So they should definitely go way more aggressive, but that's maybe their point.
It's the thing that
that goes in their head.
They're being so defensive to not allow the aggressiveness of the other teams get to them, that maybe it's getting to them, even though they're trying to not let it get to them. And now we see Amazon Crips trying to destroy SS Esports. They already got 2 kills, 2 takedowns. I mean, because Jubinha is back on his foot, but SS Esports already losing a player, and Fon getting 1 more takedown. Estatui also joins the party and gets Prenin back to the lobby. And now Furia is also joining the party between Amazon Crips and SS Esports. XD is wiped out as soon as possible with no points, destroyed by Real, which is bad for XD because it's a direct fight to leave the relegation zone. XD will go back to the lobby with no points, eliminated by a team that is behind them, is ahead of them on the fight. MTS gets the kill on Master, and now Amazon Crips might be in a predicament. MTS gets 1 more kill for me. Thank you, MTS. That's why I chose you, my man. And now GL goes down, but On gets the kill, and there's only 1 player to fight for Amazon Crips as Memgad gets the kill on Jubinha, and Furia is bringing it back. Furia is trying to come back into this fight as we see Kawe putting fields down at Shoes Manners, and Metagaming also fighting somewhere around the field. And Tropa joining that battle as well. We see Memgad trying to find some information. Atividade getting the kill on Prozin. And now we join the fight between B4 and Loud, the fight that finished the last map, the Purgatory map, the first map of the day. And now B4 is trying to find a better spot to rush onto the players of Loud. And finally, Fon goes down by a shot of Mamute. Now Lobato has the grenade launcher and he puts down one player, but one more player is leaving and Loud was destroyed by Lobato! He was so good and so amazing in this fight that he killed the whole Loud squad and himself with the grenade launcher. Incredible job by Lobato. And now Cauê puts Natividade down and will finish off Natividade. And I hate you, Cauê, for that because Natividade is in my FF squad. And I was hoping that he would perform well in Purgatory. Now, the Netshoes miners are counting on Hick to get the kills. And they will get eliminated because João is coming in to take the kills. Metagaming now rotates. They know that they're in danger. And the control post will be important to finish this matchup. Cauê gets 2 more takedowns on the players from before. Tatuí gets 1 more and Fluxo is back on the lobby. Cauê gets 2 kills confirmed onto the players of before. He now has 5 kills in this matchup, putting Metagaming on his back and getting the kills. Now Real is being accosted by Ian. He tries to find the shots. The player from Minas Gerais tries to find the head of the Real players, and he was not able to, but Book-On is coming with the scythe, trying to take some names, and he will be sent back to the lobby with all his teammates by D3. Tropa now in a good position to find a good fight, and now Ian missing the grenade and having to use some ice to protect himself, losing some sight, and now he will break the ice. Memgod still bringing the fight now to Cauê. Real Esports will be taken down by Bielgod and Mamute at the same time. Ian uses the grenade to put Bielgod also on the floor, and he will be eliminated. Furia has 4 kills, but Ian got the kill. Iago puts Memgod down. Important kill for before, and bad moment for Furia losing 2 important players. Now 3 because Ratinho is on the floor, and there's only Gusta to fight for Furia. They were left in a poor positioning, and Gusta will try to help Ratin. However, Los Grandes is coming for the kill on the players of Furia. We see Kiled using the mini grenade launcher to try to give some damage to the players of Metagaming. Gusta puts 2 players down from Los Grandes. Ratin went down, and Ratin is now eliminated. Gusta is trying to save Furia, while Metagaming is trying to save themselves, and Furia goes back to the lobby in the 4th position. And Kiled now puts Gimons on the floor. He finishes off Gimons and he is going after the other players from Metagaming. D3 leaps from the watchtower as Ian comes with the scythe, and now he is going to be killed by the scythe in a fight that's now between Los Grandes and Tropa. Gus confirms the kill on Giga. It's now a 4-on-3 fight. MVR puts D3 to the floor as well. He sends him back to the lobby, and now Los Grandes has the advantage. Moreira is also on the floor. There's only Kiled to fight, and it's a boo! Yeah, Los Grandes!
Wow.
The best team in Purgatory in Kalahari throughout the whole season. They are back into this fight, and they needed that booyah so badly because Amazon Crips was coming for the top 12. But now they say Kalahari is Los Grandes land and put them into their pockets to guarantee a good booyah for them, Carol.
Can't believe my eyes right now. Los Grandes, after rounds, so bad rounds for them. Match after match, they were struggling a lot to get in there, and they finally did. Finish this first round in Kalahari with 10 eliminations, 12 points for Booyah, an amount of 22 points. That's incredible. Indeed, they are the best ones in Kalahari, and they are proving us why.
They are proving us why, and they got a good Booyah because they had 10 kills to get that Booyah, an impressive 22 points for them, which leaves them way ahead of Amazon Crips right now, who didn't score well in this matchup. And look at the 5th and the 6th position. 11 points for Furia and for Real Esports into this fight.
Please use your head right now as you're the master of maths and tell me, Furia team best Real Esports right now in the table?
Do I need to go for the map? The math?
Dang it, Marcelo!
The same amount of points. The fight for the bottom of the table is just incredible. But we have Metagaming with a good 14 points, Tropa with 13 points as well. Poor game by XD. XD is being left behind so much by Furia and Real that impresses. They need to turn on the engine to change their gears as soon as possible. The ups and downs from Fluxo showing up. Once again,
Right.
2 points for them.
Yes.
Netshoes Miners with a poor map. SS Esports, Amazon Creeps, average results for them. Okay, and Loud, no points. Also a team playing the seesaw game throughout the season. Once again, the ups and downs from Loud.
And Marcelo, I noticed something that Fluxo team, if they keep getting in their heads for the top over the top, for the fight over the top, XD is getting also in their head because they don't want it to be in the relegation zone, and that's keep worrying them a lot. That's kind of messing up a little bit with their psychology system, right?
It's indeed messing up with the psychological system of a few teams that are having these seesaw moments, and we got to check the standings because this map of Kalahari, despite not changing many positions on the rankings, they changed a lot of pictures in this moment. Metagaming and Los Grandes going over Netshoes Miners. First point that we gotta say, both of the teams going over Netshoes Miners and opening a gap between the top 12 and Amazon Creeps. That's one of the core moments of this map. Real Esports and Furia opening a big gap on XD. Also a great moment. Tropa going over Nitrox top 10 and Team Corazol, the newcomers going over the sophomores, the second year. But teams here in LBFF Season 6. Fluxo is now in danger of losing their position to Tropa.
I can't leave my eyes off the Real Sports and Furia team. Sorry for interrupting you, but this is so funny. Look at the numbers. Before the Kalahari start, Furia were ahead in eliminations of Real Sports, and right now for 1 point, Real Sports is ahead of them, and 10 points separated these two teams, Marcelo.
But you know what is something that is most alarming for me? Both of those teams could end up outside of the relegation zone if they keep playing as they're playing today. They can send TSM to the relegation zone.
And also Bond, yes. And then they will fight against Amazon Creeps for the top 12.
They can send TSM directly to the relegation zone. Bond will not go to the relegation zone today because XD will not reach them. But TSM can be.
Yeah, but also what I have noticed, is still talking about of Real Sports and Furia, is that Real Sports is coming a lot of times to engage against Furia, to fight against Furia, send them back to the lobby. I mean, as they should, that's their fight right now, to not let Furia team pass over them. But also, I think they should worry a little bit to focus on their game, because even though they are doing their job for against Furia team, they are also missing the point where they needed to go over Furia team. So if they cannot always worry to go after Furia team and keep worrying about positions and, you know, a lot of other stuff, they should maybe score way better than Furia.
And it's impressive to see what those teams are doing right now to leave the relegation zone. I'm liking what I'm seeing from both of those teams, and I want to keep seeing. However, we have to take a break. We have to get our correct outfits to go to Bermuda on the third map of the weekend of the day, and we'll be back after a quick break. And as we see Will, well prepared, well positioned, trying to gather the information. Tattoo puts down Kawan, VX7 with the mine. He's not on the play, but his mine is making victims for him. Tattoo puts Kronos down and he will finish off.
Wow.
3 players from Loud. There's only Noda to fight for Loud, while Tattoo tries to rotate. Real already with 6 kills. Good job. We are back live to bring you guys the third map of the day. We are going straight to Bermuda, and the rotation is here, confirming the Buyas of B4 and Los Grandes. A good moment for Los Grandes, a team that is dominating.
I wanted to bring just a quick
Please,
information because Marcelo and I, we were talking about the buyas that Los Grandes have. That were the fifth buya, but the first one in Kalahari. Even though they are the best one in Kalahari, that's their first buya in Kalahari. That's kind of insane, right?
Let's check out if the team will start going better in a map that is already so good for them, and maybe they can make it their home. However, Carol, you know what else is our home?
Where?
Our plane, because we're clear to take off, so let's hit the skies! Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight R12D3 heading straight to Bermuda. This is your captain, Marcelo Ferrantini, and by my side, my co-pilot, Carol Bombshell, invites you to loosen your seatbelts, fasten your boards, because it's time to drop, Carol!
So let's go to Bermuda map because we know that's our home. That's where we feel like home. We know these grounds, we know where to step in, but precisely teams here today needs to know where to step in. We know that the biggest points made in Bermuda were by the hands of B4, Metagame, Tropa, Corinthians, and TSM. But we know that not always it's good the buyas. The teams with most elimination, it is Corinthians, SS, and B4. Corinthians not playing today, they are taking a break, but SS Sports and B4 are here.
And now, we're seeing the teams rotating, doing their usual rotation in Bermuda. We know that Loud is a team that always goes to Bullseye. They rotate through the graveyard over there as we see the teams preparing. And we gotta say, Carol, we have this Bermuda map as one of the most democratic maps between the knowledge of the teams, talking about how the teams fare off in this matchup. And SS Esports is right now the team that is playing nowadays, that is playing today with the most points into this matchup. They are not the teams with the most buyas, but they're the teams with a player with the most kills, MTS. He's making this map a danger zone for SS Esports, and we know that SS Esports is the better team into this confrontation between groups C and B. MTS with 36 kills on this map, half of his kills throughout the season come in Bermuda, and they become a dangerous team right now, Carol.
They definitely become a dangerous team right now, as they should, because they are definitely focused to be a team that it is well prepared to Bermuda map, well prepared for Kalahari, for Purgatory, and that's okay. So we got two different scenarios for the teams that are veterans around here, and for the teams that are newcomers. The newcomers have to study not only their teams, but also they have to study the grounds where the teams already used to play. So indeed, they will be very fierce around here. And you know, Bermuda map, it is a map where I think it is more safe. We were talking about the difference between Kalahari and Bermuda, and I think it is way more not so open like Kalahari, but not also so a lot of covers like Purgatory. I like Bermuda map because of that, well balanced.
You like Bermuda map because it's
I
the
like
oldest.
Bermuda map.
You like Bermuda map because it's the oldest. Because you play a lot in Bermuda. Your Free Fire is already set for your custom game to be Bermuda. I know it!
It's because I play FIFA since the very beginning. How come? Please, cut me a slack because I love Free Fire and also I love Bermuda. But you know what, Marcelo, even though keep talking about Bermuda map, my favorite one, it is Purgatory. I indeed like Purgatory.
I like Purgatory.
When I was a pro player with my whole squad team by girls, we love to play in Purgatory. We usually, our favorite drop call were in Ski Lodge, and we did such great things over there.
Oh, so you're the edge girl. You play on the edges.
Yes, we did.
The so famed Zé Gaizinho.
Yeah. Don't make fun of me, Marcelo. Come on. But look at Netshoes Miners and Fury team right now, Marcelo. The rotation of Netshoes Miners were different this time.
Different. Netshoes Miners going for a different rotation and facing off against Furia right now, while the Netshoes Miners squad is trying to reposition themselves and trying to find a better spot for this fight. They are out in the open. Netshoes Miners seem to have a little more cover for them to fight, and Feud puts Memgod down, and he will try to finish off Memgod. The player from Furia is now using the tree as a cover, and he will be helped, and it gives time for Netshoes Miners to do what they usually do, rotate. However, there is a player from Furia advanced. It's Hatin. He chose not to engage, and now he will be playing from afar with the KAR, with the sniper rifle. No, he chose to rotate indeed to the clock tower, leave that fight behind, and go for a safe position, leaving Furia fight. We know that this is the usual behavior from Netshoes Miners, Carol.
Yes, they don't like to engage. They take that to the late days of the game. But last weekend, Marcelo, especially on Sunday, Netshoes Miners changed a lot their game style. They were very fierce, going for it, not avoiding any battles, and winning most of them. And that's why crowned Natividade as the best player of Sunday.
And we got to see right now this fight going on between Los Grandes and SS Esports. MTS using the grenades, already putting a player down, and now Rafa X is rushing over, trying to take MTS over there, and it's good to see Rafa as a starter once again for Los Grandes, and now the fight starts on fire with one player falling down a piece, two players down a piece right now. Boot on trying to save Phoenix, and Jubinha is now down. There's only Boot on and Phoenix to fight. MTS is always also on the floor. There's one more player down. Rafa X gets Jubinha eliminated, and Boot on! The big dog! He showed up for the fight, got the quadra kill, and destroyed Los Grandes with the Max 7, Carol!
A squad wipe by Boot on, putting 4 players by Los Grandes in his pocket. That's amazing. Even though they got Jubinha out of the game for now, they are looking very strong for eliminations already. Boot on is still showing up as one of the best players that SS Sports have since last season, and amazing stuff.
And this is a reflex, Carol, on the nerf of the grenades. We were seeing less of the rushers and more of the grenadiers, the third players, as they usually say here in Free Fire. The first one being the rusher, the support, and then the grenadier. We were seeing more of the third player and less of the first player. And this change on the grenades coming up for this weekend is bringing us more of the rushers. We are seeing more of Boot on. We are seeing more of Will.
Yeah.
We're seeing more of some of the players that usually lead the team on kills, because they are coming with fierceness and not only the grenades, Carol.
Yes. I noticed that the grenade didn't change much of the game during Serie A, because we got the update on the grenades on last Wednesday, if I'm not mistaken. On the day after that were the game for the Serie B players, they were using the grenade as nothing had changed. And like you said, takes time to adapt themselves, takes time for them to practice using a lot of another stuffs and equipment other than grenades. But I still think it is the same, Marcelo.
And now we have Amazon Creeps dominating the bridge, while Netshoes Miners is once again avoiding a fight against Loud. Carol, they have coverage, they have positioning. That would be a good fight for Netshoes Miners to engage into. I don't understand why they leave such good opportunities of good fights escape by their hands, and they're sometimes caught in the middle of their rotations and just get wiped by nothing.
I understand. This weekend they start in the 5th position. Right now they are in the 12th position. They start yesterday with 362 points, but right now they, because of the games that happened yesterday and start today, put them all the way to the 12th position, and right now they want to be back in the top 5. They don't want to go to the access group again. They worked so hard last weekend to be inside of the top 5, and right now they are back in the safe game, trying to take that to the end game as well. And that's why they are avoiding that, even though they got everything they needed to fight and win a fight.
Let's see how they will behave. Now we're watching XD getting some information on the rotation of Furia. This could be a good fight for XD. We know that they are good when they do it like that, when they do it with a well-thought fight. And now we see B4 engaging against Netshoes Miners, who lost the opportunity of engaging into a good fight and rotating, going to Mars Electric. They are caught by Real. They are caught by B4, by Fluxo. Everybody is by the sides of Netshoes Miners, and they already have 2 players down and on the floor with the possibility of being eliminated. I just don't understand, Carol. I just don't understand what is going on with those guys.
Yes, it is kind of weird, a different game, and also a different game come from Loud team playing out of the safe zone. Kronos well separated from the other teams. He's way ahead of the other teams, and he's going to, they have the Loud team right now, they are out of the safe zone, which they will be pushed to be put inside of Mars Electric. They will have a good position because they are heading to the mountains of the Mars Electric, but also this is going to be a tough position for them if they don't manage to hold that. This is going to be a fierce fight for us to watch here in Bermuda. Still 11 teams alive, 41 players in our server, 12 minutes have passed. In Purgatory, took 1.5 minutes for the first blood. In Kalahari, 8 minutes. And we already had our first blood in Bermuda, of course, of the squad wipe of Los Grandes, but
it was more balanced.
It's taking a lot of time to happen. But look at the safe zone, Marcelo. Look how troll it is.
I love the safe zone. I love this safe zone. Leaving Mars Electric as an important spot, and now we see she's dead. Having to deal with SS Esports coming after them. Brenin puts Phoenix down, and he's being helped right now by Butch On. He tries to get the kills on Butch On. Nice movement by Brenin, putting Butch On down. He gets the kill on Phoenix, but MTS is bringing it back with the grenade launcher. One more shot by DZN trying to get to MTS. Brenin gets the confirmation on one more kill for him. Furia now dealing with Metagaming and destroying Metagaming with the scythe. 3 kills with the scythe for Furia.
No way, Jose.
Destroying Metagaming like grass on the floor. And now she's there in a good moment, in a good fight against SS Esports. And Angelo gets a kill on MTS. And she's there with a good fight against SS Esports, wiping out the squad of MTS. And with a good fight, fighting the good fight. And now they have to cross the river. And we are watching another team trying to cross the river. It's Amazon Crips, and they are being destroyed by Tropa.
Yeah, I don't think they will live.
They will not survive.
Nope.
They will not survive. Carol already 2 players down. We see that Giga is on the floor for Tropa. He will be helped by his teammates. But it doesn't seem to me that Amazon Crips will survive that cross. And they are indeed down and out. And now we see the players from Real dealing with before. Luca is trying to rotate. Cias puts Hatin down with the grenade. He puts also BL God. Luca brings it back with a nice grenade launcher. Shotman God also bringing it back before is eliminated by Real. Good job by Luca keeping the team alive. And now they have to deal with Netshoes miners while Furia is dealing with Fluxo. BL God getting 2 kills. Now he has the Quadra and Fluxo is wiped out because man, God is doing it amazingly with the grenade launcher. 8 kills on the hands of Furia, 5 from BL God.
Nice stuff coming from Furia right now in the middle map, Marcelo. That's the chance for them to shine and who knows, connect a Buya. Go for the Buya right now.
And now we have the fight going on between Tropa and Xisde Moreira and Kilad getting 2 players down. And now the rushers are coming for Tropa. Moreira is doing it, putting Wignet down. DZNQ gets a takedown on Giga, important takedown, but D3 goes down and puts DZN as well. And Xisde will be wiped out because Kilad bought Breninho to the floor. Giga is helped Tropa already with 8 kills, and now Furia is trying to rush onto the players of Tropa. They only have 2 players to fight, only Memgad and Gusta. Real Esports goes down Kronos with an amazing spot using the grenade launcher. Noda and Kawan putting down players from Tropa as well. Furia might have some space to climb.
Loud look very strong on the top of the mountain, but they will have to deal against Fury and Tropa.
They have to deal against Furia. Indeed, Kawan tries to use the grenade. BL God puts Moreira down. Another kill for BL God, but he goes down because of the safe zone, and he will be eliminated by the safe. And look at the grenade from Kawan!
Wow.
Eliminate him, and God, another gets the kill on Gusta. But now Loud is down. Giga putting Kronos down, and Kawan bringing it back. And look at Kawan! The MVP's back! And now the Netshoes Miners squad has only 2 players to fight against this strong Loud of Kawan. He gets one more takedown on field. He tries to get one other, and he gets it! It's a booyah! Loud! Impressive Kawan! The man is back! Look at what he did against all the squads that went after him. 6 kills on his hands. Kawan is back onto his feet, Carol!
Amazing stuff. If Loud hit the goal poster in the first match in Purgatory, right now they got it right, Marcelo. And I tell you what, first map, 20-ish points. Second map, 0 points, and right now they redeemed themselves getting 20 points, 8 eliminations, like you said, 6 by the hands of Kawan, the MVP of the third season, looking very strong. And also another teams that we are going to check it out in the confirmation of this last match, because Tropa and Furia, Marcelo, they did it right. Furia team finally going to pass Real Esports.
I don't know if they're going to pass because Real was also in the top 5. Real also got squad wipes over before. They are 10 points ahead of Furia. We got to check out the confirmation of the points and highlights of the game to understand how is this picture and this fight between Furia and Real Esports. For us to understand, the highlights will be coming on the screen for you guys to see. And let's check this out. Furia with 16 points, Real with 10. It's a 4-point battle right now.
I think this is the most excited battle that we're watching today. Furia and Real Esports, because both of them belong to the Group C. They are having double rounds, and both of them are fighting very heavy to fall to the relegation zone, even though Furia is trying to leave the relegation zone. Real Esports are trying to block the way of Furia team. And I mean, by the end of the day, I want to see where these 2 teams will stand, Marcelo.
But important things that we have to say. Tropa will go over Fluxo.
Yes.
They're going after Fluxo, and they will go over Fluxo. Before, losing a little bit of that distance they had onto Loud. SS Esports needed to perform better. They are not doing good today. Amazon Creeps also not going for the positioning, also going for risky rotations and not being paid off on those rotations. So we will check the standings as soon as possible, coming up on the screen for you guys to see, because Tropa is now ahead of Fluxo, and Tropa is a real contestant right now, Carol.
And Netshoes Miners left the 12th place, putting Metagame and Los Grandes behind them. That was the safe game finally work for them right now, putting them in a good position back in the top 10, inside of the top 10 at the least. Like you said, Tropa ahead of Fluxo, SS Sports and Loud Team in the same position, but Loud Team after the first match 20 points and right now more 20 points put them as the best team of the day. Of course, 3 more matches is still to happen, and 4 points separate the relegation zone for Fury Team and Real Sports. And just before you said anything, I just wanted to bring the information that before, as we see here, broke the 500 barrier.
They broke it in Kalahari.
In Kalahari with 510 points. Yeah, I remember.
And we got to check out as well the kill leaders ranking that will be coming on the screen for you guys to see. Will be coming right here below us. MTS nearing 80 kills. But look at Iago.
Wow.
Look at Killed. Look at Killed in the third
Iago, he left the 6th position to the second one. That's
Killed left the 5th to the 3rd.
To the 3rd.
And Killed is a rusher. Killed is a rusher that uses grenades, and he's having an incredible day today. Iago is doing good with the sniper rifles, getting the kills. Things are starting to change. MTS is impressive. This guy is impressive. He already has 6 kills. He already has 7 kills. He started the day with 72 kills. Okay.
3 more matches to happen. How many kills do you think MTS will finish the day, Marcel?
If he repeats what he did on the first 3 maps, he will finish with 14.
Nice.
It's impressive. This guy, he changes with the metagaming as a chameleon. He's the chameleon of Free Fire. This is MTS right now, the chameleon. I will call him like that, the chameleon. And I will tell the casters from the Brazilian broadcast, the Portuguese broadcast, to also call him the chameleon, because he changes his colors with the colors of the game. And we also need to change a few colors because my throat is red and I need to make it a little bluer because we have 3 more maps to bring you guys. And of course, we'll bring you with all the emotion possible. So we will take a quick break and we'll be right back. GL and DG going after the players, got kill, put Salis down. And now it's a good moment for Fluxo to try to bring this fight around. GG helps DL and goes for the shots, and he puts CS down, got kill, brings it back, but CS will be sent back to the lobby. The MVP is now down. And Master is the player trying to go in, got kill, and Java Picard bringing this fight back. There's only DG to fight for Amazon Creeps right now. And he will send down the last player from Fluxo. Amazon Creeps wiping out the whole Fluxo squad.
Diz pra minha mãe que eu vou atrás do meu sonho e ele não tá tão distante assim. Lembro das noites perdidas de sono. Acredita, foi o melhor pra mim. Somando kills, eu fiz o meu nome. MVP, sonho de menor. Seleção da LBFF. Brota na frente que vá pro esquece. Somando kills, eu fiz o meu nome. MVP, sonho de menor. Seleção da LBFF. Brota na frente que vá pro esquece.
A decolagem foi autorizada. Vou quebrar carro, dominar o território. Com inteligência em qualquer mapa. Kalahari, bermuda, purgatório. Qualquer erro é fatal. Leva ao rebaixamento. Ser pra player na distante. Dedicação 100%. Objetivo é a taça e pulseira. MVP, o brabo da galera. Ser campeão da Liga Brasileira. Presencial, todo mundo na espera. Acredita no sonho, você pode vencer. Um vende a milho, outro era gari. Hoje tão na LB. Não falta empenho, nem paciência. Na persistência, de cá com a essência.
Diz pra minha mãe que eu vou atrás do meu sonho e ele não tá tão distante assim. Lembro das noites perdidas de sono. Acredita, foi o melhor pra mim. Somando kills, eu fiz o meu nome. MVP, sonho de menor. Seleção da LBFF. Brota na frente que vá pro esquece.
We are back live to bring you guys the last round of maps of this weekend. And of course, we'll be back next weekend to bring you guys on Saturday and Sunday 12 more maps of Free Fire. Bringing you guys. And next week, we start having games on Monday, Carol.
Ooh.
From next week, ahead. We will start having games on Monday as well. Triple rounds, bringing you guys 18 maps per day. And of course, on Mondays, we'll be live here at 7 p.m. at night. We will be here with you guys for the dinner. On the weekends, we'll be here for lunch. Saturday and Sunday, we'll keep the timestamp of 1 p.m. And on Mondays, we'll be here at 7 p.m. Don't forget to be here as well. 3 days of LBFF for you guys. And of course, I'm excited, Carol.
Of course, I'm way more excited. I mean, I'm excited as much as you are, Marcelo. But can you guys imagine a whole weekend with us and then Monday? So we are going to have lunch together Saturday and Sunday and dinner on Monday, Marcelo. I'm so excited to watch.
And I gotta say, I'm like Garfield. I hate Mondays.
Yeah.
But,
who like Mondays?
But having LBFF on Mondays makes it worthy. It gives me sense on my Mondays, gives me a north, a path to go to, and of course I'll be here to bring you guys all the action with Carol on Mondays as well for the last 2 weeks of the regular season of LBFF. We of course expect you here with us to finish off those 8 weeks of amazing Free Fire that we are having in this season. Probably one of the most balanced seasons we've had in LBFF, taking before out of that conversation, because what before is doing this season is something to be on the history books of LBFF, Carol.
Yes, of course. I remember that Fluxo team in their debut season, they were also a very great team, going for the kills, going for positions, and they really proved their name. They gave their name, decided the name here in LBFF, and that's why they were the champions of Season 4. Last season was kind of complicated to figure out who is going to be the winner, but Vivocade got the best performance in the finals.
But when they changed the gear on the last 2
When they
weeks,
changed, exactly.
we looked at Vivocade and said, oh, those guys.
But I still thought Corinthians would be the winner. Well, to think about that, but this season the confirmation so far for me is before
is indeed currently the great favorites for the title. It's tough to see someone taking the top of the standings from them on the regular season, but we're not seeing them have a good day today, Carol.
Not having a good day today. Of course, yesterday they got one Booyah, but also they kept the balance, they kept the solidness and the good game. But today they are kind of shy.
They got the Booyah and then 2 bad results in Kalahari and Bermuda.
Yes.
So let's see if Purgatory will bring them back, because we're clear to take off. So let's hit the skies! Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight R12D4 heading straight to Purgatory. This is your captain, Marcelo Ferrantini, and by my side, my co-pilot, Carol Bombshell, invites you to loosen your seatbelts, fasten your boards, because it's time to drop, Carol!
And let's go again! The last time today, the last time this Sunday, especially this weekend, we are going to say goodbye for Purgatory. But next weekend, like Marcelo said, triple round for us. Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. And a lot of Purgatory. But for now, let's say goodbye, because let's not say goodbye to the fight.
Don't wanna say goodbye, baby, won't you give me just a second chance? Don't you know Cassinão? Oh my God, Carol doesn't know Cassinão!
Well, I was born.
Of course you were born! We already have the first blood, but the first blood is me! I'm dead because Carol don't know what Cassinão is!
Cassinão?
Cassino was a Brazilian dude that sang in English dance music on the beginning of the year 2000s, and he has an amazing participation in Sabadaço from Gilberto Barros.
Oh guys, Marcelo watched Sabadaço.
No,
I was watching Bom
my
Dia
God,
NC.
you don't know
Come on,
Cassinão.
Good Morning NC. Come on, Marcelo.
Please, our crew, Vinicius, Amer, you guys know Cassinão, right?
No, Vinicius has the same. See, Vinicius has the same age as me.
How come you guys don't know Cassinão?
I have no idea who is this. Freaking Casino.
Don't wanna say goodbye, baby. Won't you give me just a chance, a good chance?
Me neither.
My God, I can't believe it. He became a meme because he's a Brazilian singer that sang in English dance music that was really famous all around the world, and he went to participate in Sabadaço to sing in Sabadaço. And Gilberto Barros had no idea of who he was. He thought he was an international presentation.
Man.
And Gilberto Barros kept saying things during the song like, Arrebenta!
I don't even remember to watch TV shows be presented by Gilberto Barros.
And he used to say, Vai, DJ! Sucesso internacional. He kept saying things while Cassino was singing, and then he went to talk to Cassino, and Cassino said, Boa noite, Brasil, in Portuguese, because he was Brazilian, and Gilberto Barros had no idea, and it's one of the most amazing things the Brazilian TV has already produced in their whole history. It's please, all of you guys, go watch Cassinão no Sabadaço. I'm a tweet Cassinão on Sabadaço for you guys to check this out. Carol, you will check Cassinão on Sabadaço. Everybody needs to know who is Cassino.
He's so excited to talk about Cassinão that it's been 3 minutes of a purgatory map, and he keeps talking about Cassinão because he wants me to watch Cassinão. Dude, I'm gonna watch Cassinão.
I am.
You
right
convinced
now,
me.
I am right now tweeting.
Carol doesn't know Cassinão.
No, I'm tweeting the video clip for Cassinão on Sabadaço on my Twitter at MHFerrantini. You guys can go there and watch, because I don't believe that there are people who doesn't know Cassinão around here.
It's because we are Generation Z. That's why we don't know him. Marcelo, Cassinão, it is a person from your age. I know Yuji, I know Priscilla.
I also know Priscilla and Yuji.
Of course, because you're living this earth longer than me, so you gotta know all of this.
But I was old when Cassinão was huge.
How much old?
I was, I don't know, 16, 15. I'm not that older than you.
I was 6 years old. Why I was interested to watch Cassinão?
I am 7 years older than you.
Yeah, but it's still, you had 16 years old. I had 6. Why would I watch?
I'm not 10 years older than you.
No, but in the 2000s.
It's
Why?
not exactly 2000. In
Ah,
the
okay.
2000s, the decade.
Ah, okay, the decade.
The decade. I'm from 88. Okay, I am old. I'm an uncle.
No, but I'm trying to say, why would I be interested? Uh-oh, Lobato.
And now we have fun bringing the fight to Lobato. And before we will have to help out his player, as Tropa is now rotating and trying to find Fluxo over there. And the fights start to go on really quickly here in Purgatory. We had the first blood even before we had the images of the map, and we have the information on the map. K1 with 120 kills is the top killer in Purgatory. Loud is the team who has the most kills, and BL had the quickest kill in the history of Purgatory. We can check this out if this kill in this map of Purgatory was the fastest in the history. It was really close, Carol. We got to check this out. We'll have our crew doing the math and doing the reviews over there. We see that Angelo was the guy who got that kill, and we will see and bring you the information if that was the fastest kill in Purgatory history. But once again, XD is trying to go over the players of Amazon Creeps and try to take them ahead. But Lost was the one who got the player from Amazon Creeps. GL is on the floor.
And they are in number disadvantage. They were down to 3 right now. They are still down to 3, but getting few shots against Metagaming also.
Metagaming also engaging into this fight.
Uh-oh.
And now
wiped out.
They will be wiped out. Bad positioning by Amazon Crips. There's only one player to fight for them. He's using the ice to protect himself from the shots of Lost. 2 kills from Metagaming, 1 for XD into this battle against the Amazon Crips. And the last player was trying to run. It was Master. And he will go down. No points for Amazon Crips. Poor day by Amazon Crips today. They had a good moment in the first map of the day, in the first Purgatory map of the day. But after that, not a good score for Amazon Crips today, Carol.
Yes, indeed. We were kind of used to see Amazon Crips getting great positions, and especially because today would be a great opportunity for them to get that, because they only play today. In next weekend we got the story repeating themselves. Group A be the home team, and then Group B, and then Group C. But in the triple round will definitely help, still helping Amazon Crips to get inside of the top 12. And since we are watching Netshoes Miners in this precisely moment, they are also not having a glorious day today, Marcelo. But last weekend, on Sunday, they were one of the teams that did not need booyahs or shiny moments to indeed shine here, because they were very consistent, solid, and good.
Let's see if they will keep up for the last 3 maps of the day at least. And now we have Brasilia as a strange place right now, because it seemed to me that before it's not in Brasilia, Carol.
No,
before was rotating.
They already rotated out of there. Metagame is still in there. We got the Fluxo team doing their natural rotation, leaving Central and going for the down in Brasilia.
I am corrected. They are in the same place.
Before?
Yeah.
Yes, they are in the same place. I thought that they rotate as well. Oh, okay. So what happened that confused us? It's because they went to the low part of Brasilia, and then they came back to the right same place because Real Sports got in the top of Brasilia. But that's the rotation of Los Grandes, and we are going to watch probably sooner or later this fight against Los Grandes and Real Sports that we have watched many times in a row, because that's the rotation of Real Sports and Los Grandes.
That's indeed the rotation of those two teams. And once again, SSC Sports going for the safe rotation. Still on the second island. And now we have the fight going on. Real being trampled by Los Grandes. Los Grandes that brought Rafa X back into the starting lineup. He's a rusher. He's a guy who knows how to play the quick weapons, the Baobao, the double vectors. But Tatuí started well and put him down. Goose tries to bring it back. Luca gets the kill on MVR. Mamute will bring it back. He gets 2 kills. And now Real has only phone to fight. Mamute is bringing it back. He tries to save Los Grandes. He confirms the 3 kills onto the players of Real, and this could be the worst matchup possible for Real. Fawn is now trying to remain alive. He's using the ice, he's rotating, and he is all by himself to fight against Los Grandes. Wow. And Real will go down with only 1 point. Furia is still alive. They guarantee 1 point for position already. So Furia needs only 4 points to leave the relegation zone and put Real Esports in. However, Real still got the chance to leave the relegation zone with Furia, because they are now only 5 points behind TSM, Carol.
Yeah, but don't get your hopes too high, Marcelo, because we still have 2 more maps to happen. Real went back to the lobby right now. Probably Furia will get few points ahead of them. Not probably, but for sure. But the thing is, they will also come in Kalahari to contest and come back front of Furia team. So it is very interesting to see the fights going on between Furia and Real Sports right now, but we gotta know that Real Sports is getting into it. They don't want Furia to pass them, and they will come back in Kalahari.
And now MVR goes down. Natividade gets a nice headshot on the player of Los Grandes, and he already took a dangerous shot, and Mamute had to rush to save his teammate. Now he's being harmed by the 2 sides, Natividade and the Netshoes Miners from the east of Brasilia, and before from the west of Brasilia. Now they are using the house to cover themselves, to protect themselves, and to try to find some space for this double fight and to not be sandwiched by those 2 dangerous teams that are Netshoes Miners and before. And now we see that the things calmed up a little bit over here. And we have Natividade trying to find a better spot for this fight. Once again, Netshoes Miners having some good moments when they stand still and fight, Carol.
Yes.
We saw that last weekend. They did good when they went for the fights, and now they are bringing harm to other teams standing their grounds. They will probably be in the center of the safe zone, as we see right now the safe zone closing, and we will know what will be the next safe zone. And look at the rotation of SS Esports. They were on the second island on the west, and now they are entering the safe zone through the east. They rotated the whole map, and they will probably go to the south.
What?
And look at the positioning of the safe zone.
What?
That's the moment where SS Esports need to have the awareness that all the teams are inside of Brasilia. They can take the positioning inside of the safe zone on the northwest of campsite with XD, who is in a great position, and that could change the whole matchup.
My gosh, that was definitely indeed a trick safe zone. All the teams concentrated themselves inside of Brasilia. The neighborhood of Brasilia were indeed crowded. And right now it took all the way to ahead of campsite and fields. My goodness. She's there well positioned, the best position. Loud in a good position as well, but they will have to hold a lot of rushes and a lot of fights. And SS Sports in a definitely good position as well, where they have to wait for the teams come as well.
Let's see how the rotations of the teams will go on. Netshoes Miners was the first team to rotate. They're trying to get the best positioning over there, but Furia went by car. Furia taking some spots nearing Brasilia by car. Netshoes Miners is trying to be the door holders of the whole Brasilia scenario, sided by Metagaming. Any team that wants to go from Brasilia to the safe zone will have to go through Netshoes Miners, Furia, Metagaming, and Tropa. Those are the four door holders. Let's see how this will happen right now, as we see Broilo trying to take some shots out onto the players of Metagaming. For me, they're choosing the wrong fight. They do not need to fight Metagaming. They can fight the teams that are coming for the safe zone. And now we see Japa BKR getting the takedown on DCN Kill, who will be helped, and Metagaming doing their job as the door holders, avoiding Tropa to get a good positioning. And now we see the fight between Fluxo and XD. Angelo is using the grenades, trying to get the players from Fluxo to be taken down, and lots of damage is sent towards Angelo, lots of grenades, and he will be alive, but Japa BKR brought the Balbal to bring him down. Once again, Broilo tries to hold on the players from Furia from leaving Brasilia and to enter the safe zone. The fights are going on, the fights are happening. We are entering the 15-minute mark, and it's the usual mark where the fights really starts to happen. And now the Netshoes Miners are trying to take the players from Metagaming. They send Metagaming back to the lobby. Los Grandes is also back on the lobby. Now Loud is fighting before, avoiding the rotation from before, and now we see Fluxo going after XD. Fucking CS doing an incredible job and splitting the whole team from XD apart and sending them back to the lobby. Now Loud with 3 players have to go downhill to the safe zone, as we see the players from Tropa dominating the entrance of the safe zone. Fluxo and SS Esports. We have now new door holders for this new safe zone, and Fluxo got to keep their 4 players still alive. And now we see Fluxo and SS Esports going at it. Netshoes Miners and Furia also going at it, and now Furia is back on the lobby in the 6th position. They are now out of the relegation zone.
Yes, indeed.
They are out of the relegation zone. Killed gets Rick over there, and now we see MTS trying to find the grenades on the players from Fluxo. More grenades from MTS, and the grenade launcher works! He puts Japa BKR down. He tries to find some more shots. Butch on goes on. The big dog is trying to bring SS Esports to this fight. Phoenix, he's trying to rotate. He will not play the sniper because Shubinha is doing this job. Butch on eliminates Fox, sends him back to the lobby. Godkill and CS are trying to survive for this Fluxo squad, and CS did it well. Ooh. But Kawan puts 2 players down. MTS gets the grenade launcher shot on CS and sends him to the floor. Butch on is also on the floor. MTS is trying to find a better spot for the grenades. He throws the grenades, and now he's rotating, trying to go after Godkill, who is the last player remaining for Fluxo. MTS gets the confirmation of the kill on CS. And now he rotates, he will get that kill on his back and he will get the kill. Fluxo is wiped out and now SS Esports has the advantage. They have 4 players fighting against the 2 players remaining from Loud. Loud, who is a great team in Purgatory this season, but SS Esports is in a need of points. They have the numbers advantage, but Loud has the top-down advantage, and they have Kawan and Will, a player who is more versatile, who is Kawan and Will, a great rusher to deal with this last fight. Let's see how they will fare off. Kawan already have 5 kills, and he's trying to use the grenades. The grenade launcher shots coming in. Phoenix has to use the chrono to protect himself. Kawan is being he's being harmed by Butch on that game on to get the kill, and Phoenix will get another one. So it's a boo! Yeah! SS Esports! What an imposing game by SS Esports! Facing fights against teams that are fighting to be on the top of the standings and winning and leaving the game with all 4 players still standing and getting the booyah that is really important for them to keep running for the top of the standings, Carol.
Amazing game indeed coming from SS Sports. They dominated the end stages of the game. They definitely wipe out team after team. They got over a lot of teams, and that was incredible. That was amazing to watch, especially because right now I was biting my nails to see who were going to win, if we're Loud, if we're SS Sports. Even though in number advantages we have watched great things happening over here, but SS Sports came with the ice walls, and by the end they got the booyah, and it was an amazing booyah. But we gotta point it out that if they got an amazing booyah, Loud got an amazing performance with a lot of eliminations, and they are kind of tied in points, but we gotta have the confirmation first.
Yeah, we're gonna check out the confirmation of the points and the highlights of this matchup that will be coming on the screen for you guys to see how the picture of this season might have changed. We will soon bring you guys this confirmation, but we gotta say, Furia in the 6th position. Hell had only 1 point. Furia in the 6th position gets 5 points. So they are probably tied with Real, but I don't know if they got any kills confirmed onto their names. If they got 1 kill, Furia is now outside of the relegation zone.
They only got the points for position because they didn't get any eliminations. They went back in the 8th position with only 5 points. Yes, but seems like they are tied in points. We gotta check that in our table. But for now, SS Sports in the first place with the 18 points. Loud come right after because they got 8 eliminations, 5 by the hands of Kawan. And why did I not cast him for my FF squad? I don't know, but I'm very happy because Fries, it is my coach for today. And Loud, nice stuff for us. Loud with 17 points. Fluxo team amazingly hanging points in the 30th place with 12. Netshoes Miners bringing back their solid game from last weekend with 12 more points. Tropa working very hard, Marcelo, to get inside of the top 5, but they are not having a good day. And before coming back also for the average points. 70 points for them, and they are looking good at the teams there we are seeing here. But we gotta check it out the other side because Los Grandes down to 6 points. Fury, as we said, 5 points only for the position in the 8th place. She's there 4 points. Metagame 4. Real back in the lobby with only 1 point for eliminations, and Amazon Creep sadly.
But you know what happens right now? I believe Furia was 2 kills ahead of Real. They have the same number of booyahs. Let's check out the standings because this will be incredible to see. And now Furia is 3 points of kills ahead of Real Esports. Furia is out of the relegation zone, but they are 4 points behind TSM. Both of the teams are 4 points behind TSM. Loud got to the 2nd position with this incredible result that they got today, and they brought SS Esports into the fight. Before is losing some of the advantage they had. However, they still are 72 points ahead of Loud. they are way ahead in the tables. But now, Loud has the same number of booyahs, almost the same number of kills. They are fighting indeed. SS Esports came back, dropping in the 5th position, bringing Fluxo back into the fight as well in the 6th position. Netshoes Miner still balancing, nearing the top 12. And Amazon Clips today, not a good day for them. They are letting the top 12 run ahead of them, and they are starting a new block of teams that might be in danger of relegation because Furia and Real just came back into play, Carol.
Man, I'm just can't keep my eyes out of Before and Loud, and also Fury Team and Real Sports. The bottom and the top of our table have definitely great fights, but Loud, the points behind of Before right now, it is kind of too far to reach. And it is interesting to see Before still keeping this big gap ahead of the other teams. In Kalahari, which they got a great performance as well, they will maybe be back in the game because right now they finish in the 6th position, which is not so bad. To keep getting this great balance, this solidness, it's good for them.
But you know what's the most important of this table? Today, all the teams will finish the day with 48 games played.
Yeah.
So this will be an real and accurate picture for you guys to understand how the season is going on. And we remind you, next season we start to have 3 days, full rounds of matches. So this is the last time that the teams will finish. This is when they get together. Last week was the last time that they finished without the same number of games played. And from today, every day, every time we finish a week, the teams will be in equality of conditions, playing the same number of maps. We will be right back. We have to study a little bit over here to understand how those 2 maps can affect our tables, and we'll be right back with Hydrated Throats and information on the screen for you guys. That guy just put 2 players down, but now Quali brings it back and puts General to the floor, but General will not be able to be helped. Vitin XP puts that guy down. Team Coda Solid is turning this fight around. Vitin opens up on Modestia. Both of the players exchanging some mags over there. Vitin XP hiding in the ice. The help came for Team Coda Solid with Quali. Vitin XP finishes off that guard and puts Nando9 down. Now it's a moment of desperation for Modestia, watching Nando9 die, and Modestia can be eliminated and Vivocade can be out of the game, and that's what happened.
Wow.
Vivocade is wiped out. Team Coda Solid turning this fight around. We are back live, and we are thriving to see what's coming up on Kalahari and Bermuda. We're heading to the end, to the last third of the season. And Carol, we saw a Purgatory, a crazy map of Purgatory. We know that Kalahari tends to get crazy, and I believe that we will have one of the most agitated maps in the season right now.
Yes, Marcelo, and I gotta apologize with you guys because in the second map of Kalahari I brought the information that Los Grandes, it is the best team indeed in Kalahari, and they were the first Booyah in Kalahari, but was not. That was actually the third Booyah in Kalahari because they already got the 2 more. But let's see.
I forgive you.
Thank you. But let's see if they get a double Booyah right now in Kalahari since they are the best ones.
And you know who else is the best one?
Who?
Kalahari Airlines heading straight to the map because we're clear to take off, so let's hit the skies! Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight R12D5 heading straight to Kalahari. This is your captain Marcelo Ferrantini, and by my side my co-pilot Carol Momshell invites you to loosen your seatbelts, fasten your boards, because it's time. Oh yes, it's time to drop, Carol!
I hope you guys have enjoyed your flight with us, Kalahari Airlines, because we are dropping right now in Kalahari, so enjoy your stay because we are going to enjoy it.
VM7 is in the game!
Yes! The crowd goes crazy right now! VM7.
VM7. VM7. Luca is out and VM7 is in. And now, Real playing with the lineup that we are used to seeing them play. VM7, Fawn, Autoboots, and Tattoo. Tattoo is a rotation player indeed, but he's a player that gets many moments with Real. I'm checking out my notes right here to give you the exact number of maps played by each team. Yeah, those are the 4 players that play the most for Real. Fawn 36 drops to start the weekend, okay? We have these numbers already changed. Fawn, VM7 with 32, Autoboot with 36, Tattoo with 31. And we have the numbers of Kalahari as well. MVR is the player with the most individual kills in the map. Before is the team with the most kills as a team in the map with 391. And Freud is the player with the quickest kill in Kalahari with 30 seconds, Carol.
Nice standings coming here in Kalahari. Since Kalahari, it is it is the newest map, not new anymore, but the newest here in LBFF, in Free Fire in general. But it's good to see how the players have adapted themselves. And we saw that MVR, it is in the first place of the list. MVR, there is a player right now for Los Grandes. He's playing, he's the new a player with Cebolinha, is doing definitely a difference here in their squad. Even though, Marcelo, they got a Booyah today, Los Grandes, I'm saying about Los Grandes, even though they got a Booyah today, definitely not one of the best days.
And now we have the rotations of the squad. Loud is going for their usual rotation, going for playground. We know that Kalahari tends to be a map where the fights happen later in the game, close to 8-9 minutes. Unless the teams are fighting for the drop calls. However, we're in the we're in route 12. All teams know where the other teams are going in this map, Carol.
Yes, and I gotta tell you that yesterday we got the 500 of LB, and Tropa was the responsible for the Booyah of the 500 matches played. But today, seems like they need to play 500 more if they wanted to go good, because a team that slept one weekend after a good round in the second place, inside of the top 3, having problems right now to come back to their best position, indeed, Marcelo, it is a hard time for Tropa.
They're being decent this weekend. They're getting to the 5th position on the tables. It seems to me that Capgi found what he was looking for on those test weeks that he said that he was having, right, Carol?
Yes, we watched a Stay Tuned video with Capgi, and he said they were trying to keep the best of their game to the finals. But if they really want to go to the finals, they need to start to use that right now to be at least inside of the top 12. Of course, they are in a comfortable position, but they should also leave their comfortable zone and go for more eliminations, trying to get even more Booyahs. And talking about Booyahs, since I'm talking about Booyahs, SS Sports, it is the team with more Booyahs in LBFF history. Yesterday, we celebrated once again the 500 of LB.
I thought you were going to say that all our troubles went so far away.
That's a song? No, it is a song, but you gotta give me the rhythm for me to remember.
This is Beatles.
Yes, bring them in.
Yesterday, all my troubles seem so far
Now
away.
I remember you. See, I'm a kind of slow girl. Please.
I was going to leave this studio
He's gonna leave this.
if you didn't know Yesterday from Beatles.
No, of course I know. Of course I know. But yes, SS Sports, it is the team with the most booyahs. And right now they are losing one more season for Fluxo team, of course, because Fluxo team is also trying to get this one more title for them as the booyah winners around here. But they are looking not very strong today, and SS Sports already got a booyah. Yesterday we didn't have double booyahs, Marcelo.
Yesterday we didn't have double booyahs. Today we still ain't got no double booyahs.
Yeah, we still ain't got no double booyahs, but I'm gonna bet right now in Los Grandes again.
They have a good
Kalahari.
positioning by the side of the control post using the antenna over there. A usual position that MVR used last season with Team Liquid. We gotta say, they are used to getting it. And let's check out if they will get a good moment right now with that positioning. We see SSE Sports, Loud, all near the prison, the playground over there. And still no first blood here in 6.5 minutes of this map. And once again, Carol, we are seeing some teams fighting on the bottom of the standings, and we're talking about Real and we're talking about Fúria. But we gotta talk about XD. They need to improve. They need to get a good result.
Indeed.
They need to start scoring some points. And this may be the time for them to use a good a map that has been good for them. We've seen the best moments from XD coming in Kalahari. And this could be a good moment for them, Carol.
Yeah, and also in Purgatory, 107 out of their 236 points were also made in Purgatory. But in Kalahari, their second best map, it is definitely a great opportunity for them to rise up, to redeem themselves, right? Because I'm checking here the statics, Marcelo, and in round 1 until round 6, they were going very good, of course, having ups and downs throughout the days, but they are a very strong team. They win the access group. They deserve their spot over here. We know that takes them a lot of time, takes these teams that came from Serie B a lot of time to adapt themselves. Meta game, for example, took a long time for them to adapt themselves, but they are doing an amazing job this season.
And they had a change of coaching.
Yes. Actually, they still have no coach.
They still have no coach. They had a change of coaching.
Yes.
They had one and now they don't have it anymore.
They don't have anymore. Have you applied for the...
I am still filling out all the forms.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, I'm going for the position indeed. But let's see if this changes in this map. And as we see right now...
But Marcelo, do you think that, of course, that was a negative impact for them to have no coach anymore, but I got the information that they decided to don't have a coach till the end of the competition, to be led by not by the players, of course, but like the managers of the organization.
I don't like it.
I don't like it also.
SSE Sports just lost the first player of the matchup to Metagaming. The first blood just went on right now. And look at Memgad taking a shot by MVR. The kill leader of Kalahari historically is MVR. Now Memgad gets helped by his teammates, and Netshoes Miners are coming to the middle of the fight between SSE Sports and Metagaming. This is not a good moment for them to get there. And Broilo already feels the weight of that decision in form of bullets on his head. Los Grandes is also trying to come for Fúria. Fúria that needs 5 points to guarantee that they will not be in the relegation zone today. If they pass TSM, they are guaranteed to sleep and to pass the week outside of the relegation zone today. Now we see the fight going on between Metagaming and Netshoes Miners, and also Fúria and Los Grandes. Ian finishes off 2 players on Netshoes Miners. There's only 1 player who is Natividade alive for the Netshoes Miners. Hatim now puts MVR down and Rafa X brings it back. He sends Hatim down with the Balbal. Now we see Memgad rotating. Kusta is also coming in to bring the fight for Fúria. Memgad gets a takedown with the grenade on the player, and look at Mamute putting Kusta down. Great job by Mamute and Rafa X bringing the fight back. And now Fúria is in a predicament. There's only BLGod to fight for them, and they will go down.
Oh my
Rafa X
gosh.
gets the squad wipe, and after Fúria just left the relegation zone, they will be back inside of the relegation zone, Carol.
I told you so, Marcelo, that we should have waiting for Kalahari and Bermuda because Real Esports still alive.
Real Esports is still alive, and now we see Metagaming and SS Esports, and Phoenix puts a bullet on the head of the player of Metagaming before he's wiped out. We have the team that is leading the table out in the 11th position, and now we see Drax going down. Metagaming is in a predicament. They have 4 kills, but Natividade is trying to bring that Netshoes Miners back in the game, and look at VM7 with 2 grenade shots. He guarantees 2 kills for Real and for my FF squad. Thank you, VM7, for coming back into this game. You're bringing it back. Now Autoboot puts K1 down, and Real is becoming the kill leaders of this matchup. Natividade gets the kill on Jubinha with the grenade. MTS is there to help his teammate, and now Autoboot is putting Kronos down. VM7 is trying to go after the last players from Loud. He gets Autoboot gets the triple kill. Will goes after Fawn and gets the kill on Fawn. But VM7 is going after, and look at Will! Will putting VM7 down, and now Tatu, is coming to save VM7, or savior VM7 will be
precious
saved
VM7
by Tatui. I will never call him only Tatu. the one in the 13, and now MTS kills Natividade. My teammates are fighting against each other. Oh my god, my FF squad is a shame. I go for MTS and Natividade, and the top kill leader of the day is K1. I
cast Natividade not because he's an excellent player, of course, he used the great stuff with the grenades, but because 2 weeks in a row he was one of the best players.
The best players, exactly. And now we see she's there going after Loud and getting the kill. Angelo getting the quick kill on Noda. Now they got 2 kill points for them. And they already got some points for positioning already. Good moment. She's there, at least scoring 5 points for them in the day.
And Marcelo, unusual things are happening around here. Before back in the lobby, She's Day still alive, Fury back in the lobby, Real Esports still alive.
And now Amazon Crips going after the players from Real. Let's see what will happen between Amazon Crips and She's Day. GL shots the sky in I don't know what that was, a reflex or something, but he shot the sky, and now the grenades are coming in from both of the teams. VM7 just used the poor grenade right now, and he's trying to rotate, trying to find some spots here to fight against the players from Amazon Crips. Both of the teams inside of the barracks, as we see VM7 and Autoboots trying to rotate. The grenade from VM7 coming in. Master uses the chrono to protect himself. And now VM7, the Carioca VM7, I knew he was a good guy. He's from Rio de Janeiro. We are all nice people. I love São Paulo, you know that.
Thank you.
But VM7 now rotating, and Fluxo coming in for this fight as well, using the grenades, trying to get to the players of Real, and now Fluxo is committed to the rush. Cias goes down by a shot of GL. Great shot by GL, and Rafa X puts Chapa BKR down. Bad choose of rush from Fluxo. Now VM7 has to fight against Fak. Fak will pull him down. Autoboot comes in to avenge his teammate, and he will put Fak to sleep. Tatu and Autoboot making a great job for Real, holding Real alive and trying to bring them back into the fight. And Fluxo is back to the lobby by the hands of Real. Los Grandes, Amazon Crips, everybody took a bite on Fluxo. Worst decision from Fluxo right now, rushing against Real, because they were in the middle of 1,000 teams. MTS gets the kill on Salis, and Tatu gets another kill onto the player from Amazon Crips, and Amazon Crips are sent back to the lobby in the 6th position. 10 kills on the hands of Real. VM7 brought into the game. It changes a lot.
Yeah,
it changes the team.
Was because of VM7 for sure, Marcelo. And right now, Fury watching them back in the lobby. Probably they are singing Real Esports. That is how we do it.
Baby. But now Real has already gone over TSM. The fight from Furia
Really?
is against it. They were 5 points behind TSM.
Oh.
And now the fight is between Furia and TSM. D3 just put Tatu down. Brenin gets the kill on D3. Dropa is sent back to the lobby. And now my players are scoring some points.
And soon for Bond as well. TSM and soon for Bond.
There will be soon coming for Bond as well. VM7 goes down. And now Autobot is all by himself to fight for Real. Real with a great match here in Kalahari. 4 teams still standing. 8 players. And She's Daisy still alive.
No
they
way.
still have 4 players. We have 3 teams and 7 players. 4 are from She's There. Will they go for the first booyah of the season? Mamuchi puts Lignet down. He tries to destroy the party. And Los Grandes go down. This EN kill gets 2 kills. Angelo gets 1. Let's see if She's There. We'll get the fight. It's MTS. It's
Oh,
the MVP.
no.
They have to go against the MVP. Angelo. And the shot comes in. Finally. It's booyah. She's There. It took them 12 rounds. They needed to be in the last position of the table to go for the right fights and get their first booyah of the season. She's There gets their first booyah in their history in Serie A, Carol.
I would give everything to see the game house of them right now, Marcelo, because they must celebrating a lot right now, finally. Even though they are in the bottom position, that was well deserved for them, because what they did in Kalahari right now, they went for the fights, they didn't avoid. Right now they got the correct fights, they studied, they focused, and it was amazing. That was amazing indeed. She's There deserved this booyah.
Finally, She's There choosing the good fights. And as you said, Carol, weird things happening in this Kalahari map. Real Esports with 10 kills, 17 points. She's There with 20 points. Los Grandes, the best team in Kalahari this season, with 15 points. SS Sports got 11. Tropa got 7. Amazon Creeps got 7. And you will see the teams that are fighting for the top of the standings on the second page.
Yes, in the second page, which is very fun. We are kind of
Swapping.
exactly to see She's There Real in the first positions. It would be very funny if Furia also be in the third place, for example. I don't know.
That would be...
But Amazon Creeps still trying to bring the consistent game. Tropa, I'm not watching much from Tropa, but they are also managed to get a few points, great positions. Before Marcelo, 0
No
points, bottom position for them. Furia team, unfortunately, back in the lobby with only 1 point. Rafa X was the MVP.
Rafa X
Nice.
was one of the MVPs. He was one of the most important players for Los Grandes last season. He was sent to the bench because of the metagaming of the grenades. They chose to play Cebolinha, who is a player who goes for the usage of grenades a little more than Rafa X. They were having Cebolinha as their fourth player, and now Rafa X is brought back. But I am crazy to see how the standings will show us, because Furia is back on the relegation zone. However, they are 4 points behind TSM. Not Real Esports anymore. Real is going over Bond. They will try to get to Bond. And Amazon Creeps, with the bad day that they're having today, are still the last team with no booyahs in this season. The newcomers still didn't write their name in the history. And now Real just left TSM to die. Furia needs 3 points. 4 because they have one booyah less than TSM. So in the criteria of tiebreaker, Furia would be behind. So they need 4 points in this last Bermuda match to sleep outside of the relegation zone. However, we weren't talking about She's There because they were really far in that spot, in that fight to leave the relegation zone, and now they are not anymore. They are only 24 points behind Furia. that's doable. They are 27 points behind TSM. They're back into the fight, Carol.
Indeed, this Booyah came right on time for them, not only to put them back in the game, to try to reach their positions, but also to give them more confidence. You know, you guys are newcomers. You guys gotta learn the game style of Serie A. That happens. That happened with the metagame. That happened with the Nitrox Top 10. That happened with many of the teams that were debuts here season after season. But it's still okay for them to try to reach the access group, to try to fight for the top 12. So anything, indeed, it is possible, Marcelo, because we started the season with Team Cold Solid in the first position, and Team Cold Solid right now is in the 12th place. So if something like that happened for a team that started real good, the opposite can happen for XD as well. So Marcelo, our table today is definitely looking a little bit confused. We were not expecting to see a little bit of Monica, indeed. But I'm liking what I'm seeing right now. I'm very happy. I'm very happy for XD.
What a great weekend. No double booyahs up until right now in this whole weekend. We'll be right back to bring you the next map of the weekend. And you guys will wait for us because action is incoming. Wait for us. We are back live, and Carol is throwing up the X because they got their first booyah in the season. And of course, we are heading to the last map of the weekend, Bermuda, that was conquered by Loud on our first round. Over here, Loud got the booyah and got an impressive booyah, good booyah, and a good day for Loud up until right now. They are on the at least the top half of our best teams of the day. So we gotta see if they will do it again in this Bermuda map today, Carol.
That's a big question mark because we know there is ups and downs like happening with their first winner booyer for this round. B4, who is the leader of our table, who is the leader of the competition, and the first booyer here, they got the first booyer here, got their performance dropped a little bit. But you know I'm a huge fan of double booyers, Marcelo.
I know, but if you're talking about ups and downs and drops...
Yeah, I gave you the spoiler.
You gave me this easy. We're clear to take off / hit the skies! Ladies and gentlemen, from the fight R12 D6 heading straight to Bermuda. This is your captain, Marcelo Ferrantini, and by my side, my co-pilot, Carol Momshell, invites you to loosen your seatbelts, fasten your boards, because it's time to drop, Carol!
So let's go to our final destination. Be very welcome because Amazon Creeps, Fluxo Team, Los Grandes, Netshoes Miners, Esports, XD, B4, Fury, Loud, Metagame, Real Sports, and Tropa gave us quite a show today. And Netshoes Miners is back in Sentosa.
And
Peu
and Train.
What they are up to.
With Peu and Train.
What they are up to. Wow.
They brought in the heavy guns.
Their secret weapon.
Let's see what will happen in this Sentosa location. We know that this fight is usual between Amazon Creeps and Netshoes Miners. Amazon Creeps made their names destroying Netshoes miners in Sentosa, but not with Peu and Trem. Natividade, Henrique, o Trem and Peu. I want to see this lineup from the Netshoes miners since the beginning of the season.
Why?
Nobru is also in the game.
Oh.
The stars are here, Carol. The stars are here.
I'm gotta feel it inside my bones that right now this is going to be a memorable Bermuda match.
The stars are all inside the server. Nobru, Peu, Nativa,
Trem bebê.
they are all inside the server. Let's see how this Bermuda map will be of any surprise here today for us. We know that Bermuda is a map that everybody knows as the back of their hands. I'm impressed. The only star that didn't come to play today was Juan.
Right.
João is playing for the B4 squad today. Juan, who is a former MVP,
Yeah.
is not in play today. However, Kawan is, Cias is, Nobru, who was
Because I almost said MTS.
Nobru, who was a star in the World Series
2019,
in 2019, world champion.
World champion. Japa BKR.
All the stars are here. This VM7, who is our star, is here as well.
Our precious boy.
VM7 is here as well. The stars are all inside the server. Let's see what will happen in this fight between Real and B4. Real didn't get scared and didn't retreat in this fight against B4. Let's see how they will fare off against the leaders of the competition. Real is in an amazing day. They left the relegation zone. They left TSM behind. They are now in the 15th position and starting to fight for the top 12, starting to dream about top 12. We now have Fawn going over Iago, and Iago just puts Fawn down, and now he has his sights on Autoboot. He deals lots of damage on Autoboot, and Autoboot is forced to use the ice, but João is using the ice to also go after Autoboot. Prozin helps him and put Autoboot down, and now a moment of desperation of Real. They have two players on the floor, and they already lost Autoboot. The first blood happens. Iago gets the confirmation of the kill on Fawn, and now Real counts only on VM7 to fight, and Tattoo, of course, to fight throughout the rest of this Bermuda map, Carol.
I'm asking myself right now why before went to Hinan Village. Of course, why? I mean, why they rotated to there? Because they usually go to Clocker Tower. That's truth. But I'm trying to figure out if they drop in Hinan Village or if they went first to Clocker Tower, then they come back to Hinan Village. But I think they drop in Hinan Village with Real Sports.
And now we see SSE Sports rotating, using the cars to go after the players of Metagaming. We know that SSE Sports is a dangerous and aggressive team, and now MTS is using the grenades, trying to get used to the new mechanics of the grenades. The grenade needs to touch the floor to explode, and as we see, Ian got used to it, but MTS as well. He sends Drax to the floor, and now he's being helped by his teammates, and Butch On is the one leading the rush for SSE Sports with Fenix. Fenix already puts down a player, but Cauê with the side brings him down. Jubinha brings it back and puts Drax to the floor. Cauê is coming in with the side. He puts Fenix down and puts also Jubinha down. MTS gets one more takedown with the grenade. Jubinha finishes off Drax. Now it's a 2-on-2 fight. Jubinha gets helped. It's a 3-on-2 fight, but Butch On sends Lost down. Lost who just sent Jubinha down. SSE Sports has 3 players. Metagaming has 2. To fight right now. Grenades coming in. Butch On has to rotate. He uses the ice outside of the house to rotate. We now have 2 players from Metagaming inside of the house, and SSE Sports is trying to rotate through the outside. They have the information on the 2 players. They went for the shots. Lost got free and got rid of the players from SSE Sports. Now Lost is inside of the house with the side. Jubinha uses the grenade to put him down, and SSE Sports will destroy Metagaming. They lost 1 player, but they got the elimination, the squad wipe. And Metagaming, it is the first team back on the lobby in this Bermuda map, Carol.
Nice stuff coming from Esports. Very aggressive, going for it. Even though they lost Phoenix, which it is a great player with Jubinha, they still looking very strong. A squad wipe over Metagaming right now will definitely damage their placement in our table, but still, Esports is trying to take the top. Probably the second place of Loud Hands, which is not going to be a very easy mission since they are down to 3.
And now they are in the 3rd position on the tables. And they are probably the only team that can get to Loud still today.
Yeah.
It's possible that SS Esports is the only team that can reach the 2nd position since Corinthians is not playing today. And since for today, the 1st position is actually unreachable. It's mathematically unreachable. And now we see Loud using the dam to hide from Los Grandes, but it seems that Alpha X heard the steps from the players of Loud, and now K1 will use the drone to get some information on the players of Los Grandes, and he's trying to rotate through the back of the players. We see Mamute holding on to their backside. He knows that he has to cover for his teammates, while Rafa, Gus, and MVR chose to play from afar. And now we see the bullets from Mamute coming in. He calls for the backup from his teammates. He regroups with his teammate while K1 tries to go over and take MVR down. K1, who is the kill leader in this Bermuda map historically, tries to get some more numbers on his hands. Here in Bermuda, we have the ice coming in for Will to rotate, for Will to go over. More ice coming in. Grenades from Los Grandes trying to hold on the players from Loud and tries to break the ice. And Will had to heal over there. He took a grenade to the chest and he has to heal. Kronos tries to find the shots onto the players of Los Grandes. Kronos from Pernambuco, another state being represented here. We see K1 using the grenades, trying to find Gus over there. Mamute is trying to flank, try to open up a little bit the defense to have more comfortable views on the players of Loud. And Will is trying to take down MVR. Lots of shots coming in, trying to break the ice right now, to break the defenses of Los Grandes. Kronos is the one going ahead. The sniper is now leading the charge against Los Grandes. He's joining as a frontliner for this fight. We see K1, Nod, and Will rotating through the side. And now Kronos just retreated to get a better position. He went from below to rotate through the back of the players of Los Grandes. He's trying to surprise the players from Los Grandes from afar, but from their backs. And now he gets some shots out on MVR. MVR is forced to use the Chrono, and Kronos could not get many shots out, but the rush is now open for Will, K1, and Oda. They're trying to rotate. They're trying to find some spots, some spaces over there. Noda uses the ice. K1 puts Mamute down. Will put 2 players down. Half X it does. Now there's only 1 player to fight for Los Grandes. There's only empty MVR to fight for Los Grandes. And now he's surrounded by Noda and K1. He will put Noda down. And Kronos will bring it back, but he will finish off Noda. A great fight from Loud. Gets destroyed with a single moment of daredevilness from Noda. He went too far.
Yeah.
And it's not the first time we've seen it, Carol.
Yes, and I'm sad right now because I cast Noda from my FF squad. But Will is still alive.
Will is still alive, and now Furia is also still alive and still trying to get the 5 points that they need to be ahead of TSM. And outside of the safe zone, Hachin gets the kill on Kronos and they get the first one. 1 point for Furia. They have 2 because they still have 1 more for positions. They have at least the 10th position to guarantee them 1 more point. So they have 2 right now. 1 for kills, 1 for positions. They need 3 more points. Memgad tries to find the players from Loud. He knows that Will and K1 Will and Kronos are still alive. and he's trying to get some information. He uses the drone while he repositions to get the information, and Hachin is naked! He's butt naked on the screen! Please, put some clothes on this man. As BLGod and MGod are rotating, K1 is now on the rock like a whiskey. And MGod is using the dam to rotate to go after Will, and that's not a good fight for MGod. Face to face against Will is not a good fight for MGod. Now we see him using the grenades to try to get some damage on K1, forcing K1 to reposition. And as we see the numbers on the screen for you guys, K1 and Loud are the player in the team with the most kills in this map, and Japa is the player with the fastest kill in the history of Bermuda. More grenades coming in to try and find K1. K1 uses the grenade and breaks the ice, and Will go after MGod. He takes the kill on MGod. Important kill for Loud to try to bring this fight back. They take off probably the main player of Furia, who is MGod. Grenades coming in from K1, trying to take Hachin and BLGod. A bad choice of fight by Furia. A team that needs points to be outside of the relegation zone. Now Will put BLGod down. He finds the rotation. He gets the kill on BLGod. Will he be able? Oh my God, Will! 3 kills for him. He's trying to keep Loud safe and sound. 5 kills on this matchup. K1 is now protecting, and now it's a 2-on-1 fight for Loud. Gusta uses the ice to rotate to find a space to leave what is an ugly fight by Furia. And now he's surrounded, and K1 will get the kill. Furia is wiped out. They could not leave the relegation zone in this week. My God, what a poor choice of fight for Furia, Carol.
And the provocation is going on because, of course, clap your hands for Loud team with only 2 players alive. Managed to wipe out the whole squad of Furia. What a bad game for Furia right now in Bermuda map and also in Kalahari. We gotta point it out that they were fighting to get away off the relegation zone, and right now their dreams are missed because they are back in the lobby. They only play next weekend.
I can't believe that Furia lost this battle.
4 against 2.
4 against 2.
But come on, it is K1 and Will. They are very good, but it's still.
Okay, but it's 4-on-2.
It is 4-on-2. I got that.
It was 4-on-3. They killed Kronos when they got there. They forced the rotation from Loud to the underside of the dam. They didn't need to go after them.
Yep.
They didn't need to go after them.
You need to know when it's time to stop. To preserve your points. That's the thing.
What an awful fight. Altman right now must be...
It is before Esports and Tropa.
It's before Esports and Tropa, and there is a player down because Fluxo is also coming in before he's down. Esports getting important points and taking the leaders out of contention for the day. Probably the worst day of before in the season. Amazon Crips also down. Probably also one of the worst days for Amazon Crips as well. The only team that still got no booyahs in the season. The ice is coming in to protect the players of Esports. Giga comes in and takes Chupinha back to the lobby. Killed is there, and damage from the grenades of MTS are putting down the players of Tropa. But MTS is down, and he will be finished off by the Tropa. D3 gets the kill. Now only Boot on to fight for Esports. He gets the first kill on Giga. He has to rotate, he has to reposition. He is left with half of his life. He takes the site and puts Moreira down and almost gets the triple kill. But Gilad gets in and finishes off Boot on Esports is also back on the lobby. They did a good job for my SS squad. For my FF squad, it's okay. I have Butter, I have MTS. They did a good job. I'm happy. I'm happy.
I'm way
and
happier.
I'm happy with Will.
Yeah, I'm so happy with you, with Will. Oh my goodness, 5 kills, Marcelo. That's enough, more than
and
enough.
now our savior VM7 will go down for the safe zone. I'm sad. Let's pray F to pay respects for our dear VM7.
That's sad.
But Brenin got the takedown. I like it. Renee's in my squad as well. And now we see she's there, who got their first booyah of the season today, now fighting against Tropa. They get the elimination on Tropa. It was no Bru who got the kill. It was not the players from She's there. And now Real Esports is down and out. Loud still getting kills. Ska1 with the grenade, putting Tattoo down. And now they are out of the game. Angelo and the ZN kill, getting the grenades out. Nice job by the players of She's there. Will they get the double booyah? Is this possible? Let's see if they will be able to do it. Now DZN is down. Nobru gets the kill with the grenade, and now he's trying to advance. Grenades are coming in. He is rushing onto the players, but Luiginet puts him down. 2 players from Fluxo still to fight. Brenin rotates. He uses the space of the house to rotate. Now the ice is coming in. Angelo with the grenade launcher shot. He puts Fluxo down. She's there. He's in the top 2 once again. She's there against Netshoes Miners. Let's see if the stars will shine. What is going on in this day? What a mad day of Free Fire right now. We see She's there rushing. They're taking damage from the safe zone. He comes in and puts this EN kill down. But he puts Brenin down as well, and the safe zone brings him down. One more shot, and Netshoes Miners get the booyah with the stars! It's a booyah! Netshoes Miners! The stars were all aligned! Bill, Nativa, Rick, Train, they came into play! And it took them only 1 map to get the booyah for Netshoes Miners, Carol.
Well, the last booyah right now of today's matches, it's on the hands of Netshoes Miners. Unfortunately, Marcelo, Natividade didn't get any kill in this booyah or in this last match, but was definitely a curious match. We're not used to that. We saw that SS Sports were engaged into early fights. B4 went back to the lobby in not a comfortable position. She's the win in the 2nd place, so was different, but it's still very good.
I liked this map a lot. Everyone got kills, everyone got squad wipes, everyone got points, and we have to have the confirmation on the screen for you guys to see how this will change our tables. The only team that was actually bad in this map was a team that could not be bad, that it was Furia.
That was Furia. But I tell you, my favorite moment of this map was when She's there wipe out the whole squad of Fluxo team. Not because I'm not celebrating, of course, because Fluxo team went back to the lobby, but to see the difference between the teams. She's there in the bottom, Fluxo team fighting for the top. To see that She's there, it is capable to do a good game.
But look at what Furia did to Loud. Furia brought Loud, destroyed back into the game, and Loud was the top scorer for the map. They were 100% destroyed, eliminated. They will go back to the lobby in the 10th position with the squad wipe on Los Grandes, and they will have 5 points.
They went back to the lobby in the 3rd position and still got the 1st position because they were the best.
They got the squad wipe on Los Grandes, they got the squad wipe on Furia, and they got to play a quiet game up until the end. Because they already had 8 points for kills. They got 2 more kills over here or over there. With the 8 points for the 3rd position, they were the top team on the rankings, and Furia finished up the match in the 10th position and still inside of the relegation zone. Altman must now be devastated.
Yes, and all of the teams got kills, got eliminations, but Real Esports were the only team that didn't get any points for eliminations, only for positions, 6 points for positions. And like you said, the coach of Furia team must be very sad right now because they actually had a pretty good weekend. They sure did had their homework around here, but they finished this weekend really bad, which is kind of such a shame. They went back in these last 2 matches in bad positions, bad situations, engaging to this fight with Loud, losing for 2 players against 4. It is such a shame.
But you know what is the worst?
What?
They faltered, they stumped on the first 2 good maps of She's there in the weekend, and now She's there is a real threat on Furia once again. We have the standings to illustrate that. XD is now only 12 points behind Furia.
And look at the leap of Real Sports in the 14th place, leaving Bond and TSM behind.
Netshoes Miners also a good moment for them, getting to the 7th position. Fluxo bringing the fight back to Tropa, now 1 point apart from Tropa. Amazon Creeps is still not a good day for them. Real Esports is now bringing the fight to Amazon Creeps, and the fight for against the relegation now is between TSM, Furia, and XD. Real is out of the fight.
And yeah, I noticed that, but also what I noticed is that Loud is tied in booyahs and eliminations with before. Still, before has a big gap ahead of all the teams in the top 3. Not impossible, but
they started the day with more than 80 points of lead. Now it's a 53. It's far. Yes, it's far. However, it's now doable.
Doable for Loud, for SS Sports, Corinthians also. It is kind of hard to say who is going to finish in the 2nd, in the 3rd place, because Corinthians, Fluxo, okay, I'm gonna list Loud, SS Sports, Corinthians, and Fluxo. They are always having the same performances.
And Tropa. Tropa with 434 points, 1 point behind Fluxo.
Yeah, they are always change places in our table, huh?
It's doable for all those teams, but we gotta know who was the best team of today. And I don't know, it was Loud.
Ooh.
It was Loud. They got a booyah. They got two matches that they didn't get a booyah, but they were on the 1st position. The first Purgatory map when they got 21 points and got into the 2nd position, and this map that was given by Furia to them, leading them to the 1st position on the rankings. Look at Purgatory and Bermuda.
Feels like they got a double booyah.
It feels like they got a double booyah. They got 38 points in Purgatory and in Bermuda.
That's amazing.
That was an incredible day by a returning Kawan. It seems that Kawan is back on this game.
Oh, indeed.
Quietly going for 18 kills. What an incredible day Kawan had, and Will is with 12.
And even though they had a good day, Marcelo, it is a little bit weird for me to see Purgatory and Bermuda, they are tied in good points, 38 points. And, Purgatory and Bermuda, but in Kalahari, only 6 points.
They didn't perform well in Kalahari, but we gotta remember, they got 21 points on the 1st map of Purgatory. So, another 17 on the 2nd Purgatory of the day is really doable, and they actually did it. Then they got the booyah on Bermuda, and then this 18-point match that Furia gave them. So, it was an easy 82-point day for Loud. And look at the 2nd team that scored the most points. It's SS Esports with 58.
Ooh, and look at the most kills. Real Sport in the 2nd place with 25. Of course, a big, huge difference compared to Loud. But still, Real Sports also gave their blood here today, huh?
They came to leave the relegation zone, and Furia started the day coming to get out of the relegation zone. But they finished it in the sloppiest way possible. K1 destroying with 18 kills, Will with 12. Together, 30 of the 41 kills from Loud today. Brabox didn't come into play today because they were having such a good day that they didn't need to change anything. Boot On showing up on the 3rd position shows that the metagaming, although the players are still used to the grenades and they are still not changing the metagaming at all, slight changes are being seen. The players that use the rush weapons are now showing up on the top kills of the day. It's a brief change in the metagaming, and we'll see that in the kill leaders list that will be coming on the screen. That will show up a little better.
Actually, I like to see the Boot On scoring most of their points because in the individual kills, because last season he was showing up a lot more with MTS. And right now he was a little bit shy. I will use the word shy. Of course, he was trying as hard as MTS because MTS is leading the kill leaders. It's shining in this MVP list. But
He was
Butch
shy
on
today and got 11 kills.
But Butch on is indeed one of the best players that SS Sports has. I think Jubinha and Phoenix, they make a good duo. But also Butch on as the frontliner is doing an amazing job by far. We got Kawan back in the kill leaders after several weekends.
He had 45 kills to start today.
He scored 12 points for 18 points for kill. That's amazing.
He had
I was
45.
actually, if we got the whole list until the top 10, we probably would see Will joining this list as well.
Probably we will see Will soon in this top list because the rushers will start killing and will start dealing damage onto the players. And of course, this weekend is getting over from what we have here in LBFF Season 6. However, we got to remind you that next weekend we have 3 days of Free Fire. We have 3 days of Free Fire coming up for you guys. And the schedule will be on the screen for you guys to understand because we have games on Saturday, on Sunday, and on Monday will be on the screen as soon as possible for you guys to understand.
And it's going to be all over. Group A is going to start to play, and then Group B. So this
we'll have a full round.
Yes, this Saturday and Sunday Group A, and then Monday Group B, Saturday Group B again.
We will have a full round.
Yes.
There's no more home team for the weekend. We have Group A and B fighting on Saturday. Bond, Corinthians, Nitrox Top 10, Team Coda Solid, TSM, and Vivocate going after Amazon Crips, Fluxo, Los Grandes, Netshoes, Miners, SS Sports, and XD. Then on Sunday, we will have Groups A and C going after each other. We will soon have this update coming up on the screen for you guys. But on Monday, then we will have Group B and Group C. All teams will play the same amount of maps throughout the weekend. So from now up until the end of the season, now we have the confirmation of the teams on Sunday. Bond, Corinthians, Nitrox, Team Coda Solid, TSM, Vivocate going after Before, Furia, Loud, Metagaming, Real, and Tropa. From now on, all teams play on the weekend. We gotta remind you, the timestamp on the schedule is wrong. It's 7 p.m. that we will go live. On Monday, we'll be here with you for dinner, and Groups B and C will go after each other. So now we have 2 more weeks of Free Fire in the regular season for you guys. Our crew is amazing, and they just got it
fast.
Right on the
I'm excited for Monday, Marcelo.
We have 2 full weeks of Free Fire, and that's all.
Because like you said, right now we are having a better picture of what the finals will bring for us. And that's precisely important for you guys to watch Monday. Because also Monday will set the right teams to the finals. So amazing stuff coming for us next weekend. This weekend was definitely a full plate. But having Monday next weekend, Marcelo, will definitely give us the great picture that we are waiting to see for the finals. Because last season, Corinthians were in the expectation to be the winner. And then on the final, Vivocate won. And right now, Before, maybe it's showing as a winner, but everything can change in the final.
Let's see what will change. What will not change is our social media, so please follow us at FF Sports. Follow me at Marcelo Fiantini. Follow Carol at carol.bombshell. And of course, follow us here next weekend, Saturday at 1 p.m., Sunday at 1 p.m., and Monday at 7 p.m. We'll be here waiting for you guys. And of course, I'll be sided by Carol. Thank you for being by my side once again, Carol.
Thank you so much, Marcelo, for having me here. Thank you guys to join us this whole weekend. I hope you guys have liked it because we love it. I am Free Fire, you guys are Free Fire, so be Free Fire next weekend as well. Bye-bye.
And of course, we'll be here to bring you guys all the action. Thank you for our audience. Thank you for our crew that helps us bring you the best action of Free Fire in the world. And we'll be here next weekend. So of course, I see you guys and it's time to drop. Bye-bye.